Hello, everyone, and welcome to REDDOG.TV. My name is Sting REDDOG here, and joining me today is, wait a minute, Wasabi? You're wearing a little bit of a suit there.
Good afternoon, Red Dog. I'd like to thank you for having me on your program today.
You look a little bit different today.
I'm looking very dapper, I would say, wouldn't you?
You know what I love is the little mustache pin that you have on your left.
You noticed that, huh?
That's awesome.
I called the company about potentially having those made, and they're like, "You want a what? On a what?" Like, if I'm paying you, what does it matter what I want on the pin?
All right, guys. Well, welcome. This is, again, my name is Red Dog, and I'm joined by Wasabi as my co-caster today. And we are here for the NS2WC semifinal match. This is the Horizon bracket, Quactus versus Singularity. I am so excited about this matchup today. I've already got my Red Bull, obviously, and I am getting pumped for this matchup. Both teams looking really good, had some really nice wins. I wanted to show the everyone the bracket here, but before I show the brackets and kind of go into it, I wanted to go ahead and already thank everybody that has made the NS2WC possible. Now, guys, this is the Horizon bracket of the NS2WC. The winners bracket will be going to Cologne, Germany. 4 teams are going to be flown there, and it's going to happen on February 22nd. That's going to be broadcasted on Twitch.tv/naturalselection2. It's going to happen at the ESL studios there in Cologne. And I wanted to thank the 339 community members that raised over $16,000 to make this happen, as well as Intel and NVIDIA GeForce, who put in $8,000 each. And also, last but definitely not least, Unknown Worlds Entertainment, which has chipped in as well for the cost of the studio and the Twitch promo and all that stuff, and definitely sending down some support team to help with the project. So very, very excited for that. Wasabi,
So,
do you have
Red
anything
Dog,
to say?
I do. I have some thank yous I'd like to make. I'd like to thank Alec, Seamus, Adam, Alejandro, Aikman, Alex, Alan, Mr. Yim, Alistair, Andreas, Angel, Chris, Anthony, Versal, Andrew, Linus, Brian, Sam, Alexis.
Okay,
Decoy,
wait, hold on.
Ben.
Are you reading the entire 339 list?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think we have time for that.
I was wondering how long it was going to take you to stop me. I thought it would get
Well,
like
because
4
after a while,
days.
I'm thinking it's
And
just
then
a
you'd be
few.
like, what?
Yeah, and I'm thinking it's just a few. Then I'm like, wait a minute. This must be the entire list. Definitely, thank you
Surprising
guys.
to me how many Ryans and Adams we have.
Is there a lot?
There's like 9 of each of those.
All right, guys. So I also wanted to give a shout out, thank you to Twitch, who has graciously helped front page promo these casts for the Horizon bracket finals, for the quarterfinals and now the semifinals. So I wanted to show you guys a little graphic that I have here. It's just going to be put right on your screen of what's happening with the Horizon bracket. There it is. So as you can see in the quarterfinals, it was Blue Babbler Squad versus Mimic. Mimic taking that and moving ahead to the semifinals. Scurvy versus Hard TWATS. And there was sadly a forfeit there, and Scurvy moves forward to fight, and that actually happened already. We'll get to that in a second because Wasabi covered that. Quactus versus Virtual Selection, one of the teams we're seeing today, pounded Virtual Selection in the quarterfinals. Virtual Selection creeping out with 1 win in their first round, which was actually pretty awesome. If you want to, spoiler alert, so mute if you're going to be if you're going to be watching this, but Quactus doing really great, in a unique opening, so to speak, in that first round against Virtual Selection, looking like it was going to work, but then getting beaten back, and that was Virtual Selection's first win there, but then Quactus came around and just kind of took the gloves off and pounded them into the ropes. So Quactus moves ahead to the semifinals, which we're watching right now. Singularity and Wonga NS, again, Singularity doing really well against Wonga. Wonga chipping off around there, but not enough, and moving forward. So we are here with Quactus versus Singularity. Wasabi, why don't you take me through Mimic and Scurvy? What happened with that match?
Well, Mimic and Scurvy, just like this, was a best of 5. I will say, you know, again, spoiler alert, this is your opportunity to mute the stream. If you haven't muted it, you can't get mad at either of us for talking about this.
Exactly.
And those matches, of course, are available over at twitch.tv/naturalselection2. There's already a highlight made, so you can jump right into all 3 games. It was a 3-0, but I really have to take a moment to give Scurvy a big shout-out, because even though in a couple of the games they were really kind of on their back foot, they never gave up, and they kept pushing, and they had some opportunities where it worked in their favor. But unfortunately, you know, Mimic really kind of came into that and wanted to win those games. And after starting at 2-0, they had all the momentum, and the pressure in the third game on Vale was just ridiculous, and Mimic won that game hands down. Although a well-played shotgun rush by Scurvy at the end of that game at least made you root for the underdogs in that one.
Awesome. So it's Mimic that moves forward to the finals here in the Horizon bracket. Sorry, this graphic's not updated yet, but the winner of Quactus versus Singularity will face Mimic in the finals, which will be brought to you again, hopefully with some Twitch front page promotion as well. We'll get that done, and then we're moving forward to the winners bracket there in Cologne. We're working really hard to get everything done for you and making sure that it's going to be one of the best shows that we can put on. So through the lineup right now, we're going to be playing. Let me just tell you about the game before we start here. And before I do that, let me just hide my viewport here. All right, so Quactus versus Singularity. The first map is going to be Summit. Lineup for Quactus: Fulgo, Mulk, Habibs, Nosku, Kasesa, and Zups. Singularity is bringing forward Kane, Sharp, Currently, Cowboy, Cookie, and Sally. So very strong lineup for both teams, and there you have it. So we are going to get started. I'm just going to tell the teams that we are ready. Wasabi, do you have any predictions around this matchup?
Predictions. Well, Quactus, you know, has always had strong players on their team. You know, they've changed names and changed some players over the last 2 years, but I think that Singularity is playing really well lately, and I think that it's going to be a really interesting game to watch. Rooting for no 3-0s.
All right, guys. Well, here we go. Quactus versus Singularity. Round 1 in this NS2WC Horizon bracket semifinal match. We see Quactus here starting in data core as Marines, and on the other side of the map in flight control, we got Singularity starting as aliens, doing a 1-4 split. Power build on the arms lab there for Quactus, and splitting off up and down. 2 going north, 1 center, 2 south.
Quactus starting off strong, doing nice route blocking, at the same time grabbing some of their natural res expansions in ventilation. I'm sure you can see here on your screen there are 4 skulls coming in to crush ventilation right now.
Oh boy, here we go. Sally, Currently, Cookie, all in here. Currently taking down Kasesa, Mulk pistoling down Currently, and Sally taking down Mulk as they move forward. We got Cowboy moving into data core, Fulgo making short work of him. Cookie now here in ventilation, taking down that early RT. Zups moving from computer lab into flight control. Currently in there is the only defender right now. And we got 2 skulks here in reactor core up against Nosku.
I think it was a good call by Singularity to leave 1 skulk back at vent while the other one put a little bit of pressure on Marine Start, holding the Marines back, allowing them to get ventilation down, because killing that early res is much more important.
Mulk taking down Sally here in Reactor Core. Armor 1 now has been completed for Quactus. 2 extractors, 2 harvesters for both teams. Nosku in Data Core, backed up by Zups, moving south down into Ventilation to back up Kasesa. We also see on the north side a little bit of cat and mouse happening against Habibs in Atrium with Sharp, and currently looks like he's holding them at bay just a little bit on that bridge, but I don't know. These guys look like they're timing a crush.
Yeah, 3 skulks in Crossroads. A lot of stuff to jump around on, kind of hide in little crevices and nooks. Zups is not going to be able to do much damage here. And it looks like they're actually going to pull out of here to put pressure around the nodes on the map. While up in Atrium, we have 2 skulks going after Habiz, and they're going to try to get the jump down on him.
Thanks, Wasabi.
Wait, that's exactly what you just said, wasn't it?
I think I said Habibs. Alright, Nosku Subs in Crossroads moving out. Cookie seeing that through the vents there, putting pressure on the Comp Lab. Harvester, here comes Sharp from behind. And here comes Cowboy for as well. Marine and Skulk trade each other, and Zups goes down in that fight. Singularity does push off that pressure currently against Habibs here in Reactor Core. Nice shot there by Habibs with his pistol. Taking currently out, rebuilding this extractor. Quactus at 3 with a 4th one going up. And we also see Singularity at 4 harvesters. Looking at the resource towers, 2 down for Quactus, 0 for Singularity. Nosku and Kasesa trying to get here into Ventilation. Sally going down. Cookie the only one left. Oh! And Cookie loses his grip and falls to his death underneath Ventilation. How embarrassing in a comp game.
It's a good save in Ventilation for Quactus. But also over in Computer Lab, that was a great save for Singularity. As you had said, they haven't gone down any harvesters yet. And getting that 3rd one up was definitely important to get their P-Res starting to build. We can see that it looks like Lurks are on their way. Cowboy is coming out, as well as Brojob Sally.
Brojob Sally. Spur now has been completed for Singularity. That's going to give access to 2 trait upgrades, Celerity and Adrenaline for the aliens. Cowboy now out as that lurk. Sharp and Cookie here up against Zups, leaving Kasesa the only one left. Cowboy spiking down his own Skulk, taking him down, and they clean up that Marine push there in Overlook as they move and start to pressure sub-access. We're seeing Mulk and Nosku here in Crossroads now, moving through and down, back pressuring Computer Lab. Cowboy here in Ventilation. Go ahead.
Yeah, they really need to get on res right now, and I like that they're trying to focus on that. 2 Marines over in Computer Lab, though, clearing infestation, working on the alien harvester here. Mulk, and Nosku. They've got 2 lurks and that Skulk on the ground to deal with, so that's going to get cleaned up pretty quick. But they do take down sub-access. So they're starting to put pressure on the Marine res, which has to happen, while saving their own, which is great for them. I still believe they haven't lost they did lose 1 harvester there in Computer Lab, as I was saying that.
Yeah. Observatory now has been completed by Quactus. Mulk coming through, taking Cookie off this Ventilation. RT, it looks like Sharp is just going to try to stay on it. Oh! The RT is down to 3%. Just saves it right at the end. Habibs is here in Crevice up against 3 aliens. Doesn't look like he is going to do anything there to survive. He gets taken down, and down here again we see Kasesa and Nosku moving into Comp Lab again. Sally coming through the vents, and it looks like they really want to get this harvester down.
Effective double-sided pressure from Quactus to pull them out to Crevice and up into Atrium, giving Nosku and Kasesa time to get down here to Computer Lab. They're essentially picking off this fresh harvester, which is a complete loss of res to the aliens.
Cookie is in the base with Sharp within Data Core, forcing the commander to log out. Fulgo taking down Cookie and Sharp. Arms Lab down to 38%. That would have been a hell of a loss right in the beginning. While that's happening, Nosku, Zups, and Kasesa have pushed into flight control. Singularity needs to deal with this to get these guys out of here. There's 1 in flight control to the north. I'm sorry, in Atrium to the north. Nosku taking down Sharp, taking down Kane. Great job. Cookie trying to get some angle to bite these guys. Kasesa taking down Cookie, and currently everyone's dead except Cowboy and Sally. And Sally is on really low health right now as that lurk almost blackbarred. Great job there by Quactus, keeping their 3 Marines alive here in flight control.
Normally pressure like this wouldn't necessarily work this early on, especially with the double lurks, but I like that they've been able to kill life forms, push out the 1 lurk, and put damage on the Harvester here in flight control. They're bringing all the pressure to the aliens and allowing all the res flow to come in for the Marines right now.
Finally, a cleanup there by Singularity. Singularity needs to get out on the map and stop Quactus from expanding all over the place. They're holding strong to 4 extractors versus 3 harvesters for Singularity. Cookie and Sally now up against Mulk here in sub-access. We see on the north side another lurk, Cowboy here. Habiz is around the corner in Atrium, knowing that that lurk is around there. Sharp doing a little bit of reactor core res biting as Nosku comes in there to see what's going on. And they do push them out, and that lurk died in the vents here in north of sub-access. They do lose Sally, and that is definitely going to hurt Singularity.
Mulk makes his way down to computer lab and desists it before the harvester can get placed down there. Crossroads harvester has gone up. No pressure from the Marines as it looks like they're looking to pressure flight control again as Mulk and Kasesa begin their approach.
Looking at this map right now, I mean, we see Quactus at weapons 1, shotgun now, weapons 1, armor 1, shotguns now. 3 spurs have been completed for Singularity. You got a lot of pressure going on here in flight control again. This is constant base pressure that Singularity is consistently having to deal with. This is so annoying because it's so hard to actually get out there. You have Sally now as the lurk that died is out, and it looks like that they're going to be the official res biter throughout the rest of the map. Molt coming through to save that res. Phase Tech now has started. Sharp on the RT in sub-access. Oh, man. It's not looking good right now for Singularity. However, if Quactus is going to be able to suck on all this res and be able to get phase gates out on the field, I think they're going to be in a really good position. So right now, personally, I think Singularity needs to make some really good moves and start expanding on this map. And it looks like they are. Look at this. Taking down Atrium really quickly. Trying to take down Sub-Access, which was at 2%. They need to start getting Quactus back to focusing on recapping res to stop their forward momentum.
Shotguns are out on the field now, but one thing that Singularity has in its favor at the moment is the fact that the Marines are on Armor 1 and Fades have literally just become available as the P-Res for the aliens ticks over to 40.
Phase gate now going up in Crossroads. This is a great position here in Crossroads to put up a phase gate for the Marines. Gives a very good central location, kind of a springboard for the rest of the map. And this phase gate looks like it's going to go up. Nosku and Zups building it up, going to be clearing up the Sys infestation. Kasesa taking down the computer lab harvester, dropping Singularity down to 3. Ventilation RT is being under attack by Sharp and Sally.
I think another thing to note here too, Red Dog, as there's lots of combat going on around the map against res nodes, is that the Marines are still on 1 IP, and I think that's a sign of how little Singularity has been able to kill Marine life forms in general.
Yeah, I mean, at this, three skulks, and the lurk went down by Mulk coming into the top left of data core.
Another great play by Singularity there as the phase gate goes down and Marine start. That is a big play in the sense that no one can come back from around the map, but also because it takes down more res, and that means no more upgrades for a little while for these Marines.
Well, that is, I think Fulgo's going to jump in there and drop an IP at that point. Lurk came around the corner. That was Cowboy here in data core. Mulk shoots him in the back as he went to try to help his 2 skulks inside Marine start. But he got killed, and it only left those 2. They took down the phase gate. Actually, Mulk shot the phase gate. Shot the phase gate at the end there. Friendly fire on tournament games is at 33%, just so you guys know. Phase gate down here in Crossroads. That's going to force Quactus to lose that. And look at this. Quactus is from 5 extractors down to 2 in just a few minutes.
This is why I love Red Dog. While all that was happening, all those red blinking dots all over the map for killing res, they both went down to 2 harvesters, but Singularity clearly wins the overall battle because they took down both phase gates on either side, putting the Marines at almost no res in the bank, while the aliens had enough to drop 3 harvesters, or 2 harvesters at that given time, and that's going to allow them to be able to put the pressure back on faster. 1 fade out in Cookie right now, too.
That was a beautiful move, and I completely agree with you. Look at them now. 2 extractors. You got Zups and Kasesa here in Crossroads just waiting to get to 15 so they can drop a phase 8. There we go. Nosku now coming up. Now, Quactus knows that they need to get map control back, and as you can see, in just a few minutes, it was looking like Quactus was doing well, but look at the map right now. Singularity has expanded down to sub-access, to Atrium, 2 phase now on the map, up in Reactor Core, and they are squeezing down the Vice for Quactus. And you know, for them to get out of this, they're gonna need to get some lucky shots on these fades.
The fades are extremely vital right now in this game. This is what is going to turn the tide completely in Singularity's favor. They must be shotguns and stop them from re-grabbing the shotguns, but at the same time, the Marines are still sitting on a lot of P-res that they can each buy a couple shotguns if they lose them. However, if the fades go down, the aliens are in some serious trouble.
Oh, I agree. Looking at this map position right now, you got Zups here in sub-access. 2 fades on his tail as he tries to chase a poor Skulk out of there. And Zups goes down in a flurry of fangs and teeth. We see Mulk moving back in ventilation towards Pipe Junction. I mean, this is their little saving grace here in Crossroads, and this just does not look good for Quactus because, look, Reactor Core is taken already. That's going to take a while and a lot of ammunition and commitment to take that out of there, especially if Singularity reacts. Down here in ventilation, the RT is going up as well, but they already got sub-access, so really they only have their Crossroads one. Here comes a big fight in Crossroads!
These fades cleaning that up, they're going to go straight for the gate. It's going to make a feed gate. Any Marine that wants to go through that is not very smart. 2 Marines coming to back up from Reactor Core side as Hafiz and Kasesa are making their way in. The gate could go down right here. Oh, look how close that was.
Oh my god, Cookie takes down a Beebs! But good health, and they saved that gate. Great job, Quactus there. 20% on that gate. Oh man, Nosku and Zups moving into Reactor Core. I mean, at this point, you really got Singularity has shot up to 6 harvesters. They just lost 1 just now, so they're down to 5, but that's still good.
The other thing to note here too, Red Dog, is the fact that currently he's at 56 res. They're sitting on 5 harvesters. They're going to have that Onos up, and still, Armor 1, Weapon 1, Shotgun. They have not bought a single upgrade in the last few minutes.
This is going to be a really big uphill battle for Quactus, for them to come back here. How everything and the momentum of everything has turned in a blink of an eye, literally, here in this game. Atrium now, power trying to be restored. You got Cookie hiding around the corner. He's going to make his move, takes a couple swipes, takes down Nosku. Zups is the only one left. He's doing a good job blinking around. He's joined by the other Fade, Sharp, and they pin him against the glass.
Not just that, but we've got Cowboy up as Lurk, chipping off armor here on Mulk, who is a shotgun Marine in vent. I love how aggressive Singularity is being with dropping these harvesters. They know that, with the shotguns out, that's super powerful, but they're not allowing their primary harvesters, their close expansion, their minimum of 3, to go down, and they keep pushing out so that they're wasting time on these expansion harvesters. I love it.
4 Quactus Marines just marching right into flight control. Here they go, and there the aliens are going to their base!
Quactus is really smart to come in here and take this down. I think losing the main hive isn't the best idea, but they were able to drop sub-access in time, which means if they can lose Marine stars, the game goes in favor to Singularity. Down goes the main hive, and now they're on the phase gate. The obs goes down before they can get Beacon back, and there's nowhere to drop a chair because he doesn't have enough res.
Yeah, there's nowhere to do it. You see the phase gate down. There we go. Crossroads was dropped. If they can...
No, Mulk's down in sub.
Mulk is in sub, but he's got no health. 3%, he's gonna die. Oh! Oh my gosh. Chair going up here in Crossroads, and they're going to need to take down Sub-Access to win this, but I don't think it's going to happen. Oh, that was a great call by Singularity. Screw the main hive and just go straight into Data Core. Great call.
The catch right now, too, is play a little conservative as aliens. You've still got the momentum. Don't lose your fades. Don't over-engage, but they just lost all of their spurs to due to no infestation. So that's really not a good position. And look at the Marines.
Yep.
They are sacking everything to go to sub-access right now. And if Quactus pulls this off, they've
my
got
God.
70, 80 res. They can double drop hives right now.
They can do it. Quactus, Kasesa, Mulk, and Nosku all down here with shotguns. I don't know if they're going to be able to actually do this. This is an unbuilt hive. Here comes Singularity trying to... Oh, and Cookie has died! They nailed Cookie around the corner. What a crazy match!
Still no hives drop. 97 res in the bank. The sub hive is finished. Well, that's why they didn't drop. I'm an idiot. I apologize. The hive wasn't finished, so they couldn't drop. Now that the hive's done, he can double drop if he chooses.
Yeah, and there we go. Atrium now has been claimed. The other two, we see Zups moving in Pipe Junction as these three are pushing there. Singularity is defending like crazy here. They are down. Sharp is almost dead, 29%, as these guys are here in sub-access. Oh, man. There's 3 extractors, still 4 Quactus. But there's an Onos on the field.
Onos. This is going to be a tough one. They can push him out with the 3 shotguns, but look at them just get bigger as they try to push into the hive.
Oh, and I think that's it. I mean, with the Onos now out, I mean, it's going to be really hard for them. And look at this. Singularity is not wasting any time. Fade, Lurk, Onos, and a Gorge moving right into Crossroads. Flight control now has been claimed. Quactus doesn't have the time, nor, I think, the ammunition to take all this out.
I mean, well played by them, though. The shotgun rush worked into their favor. You know, if it had been a little bit different with the res game, that might have pulled off even more, but... Wow. Those fades. Yeah. I mean, the fades holding them back as long as they did was where it was at.
Yeah, that was really exciting. If Quactus actually was able to pull that off, how amazing would that have been? If Mulk maybe had another Marine with him and both were full health down there in sub-access, that would have maybe have been a different story, but that was pretty amazing. Zups now moving here into Data Core. We see Quactus is shunted into Crossroads. They only have... they have 2 IPs. They have their arms lab back up. They have a phase gate, but not connected anywhere. They're sitting on 1 extractor. That's the one that's in Crossroads right now. And for them to push out up against an Onos and all these higher life forms is really going to be tough. They're on weapons 1, armor 1.
Should be noted again, though, that the aliens don't have any upgrade chambers right now, so they are essentially vanilla aliens running around. Except for the Fade that already had the upgrade research. Sharp going pretty low, though, having to go back to heal. Pressure up an Atrium at the hive as Kasesa is working all alone. Nobody anywhere nearby. They could lose the Atrium hive, which essentially doesn't matter right now.
Yeah, they're all getting together here in Computer Lab and moving in. It looks like... there they go. Moving in. They're up against the IP. They're kind of going everywhere right now. They're not doing anything.
It's interesting. If one of them had turned around, they would have noticed that the power was at 58%. And I think that currently is in a lot of trouble right now, even though it's only Nosku right there, and they do have the Gorge. You took a big risk by moving in with your Onos at that point.
There we go. Currently might go down. He does! I don't think this is going to be enough. They're all trying to spawn. They don't have enough to beacon. I mean, to clean this up, you are going to... This is a miracle.
Kill the Gorge!
Kill the Gorge! Sally is down! Mulk is now out! And they are going to push Singularity out of there!
Wow. Wow.
What is going on? Wow. All right, so, I mean, it's still... I'm sorry. Quactus... Amazing plays so far, but it's still looking bad for these guys. Singularity still has the upper hand. We have Zups here in flight control. We got Sally at 55 res, so they can pull out another Onos probably in the next minute and a half here. There's another beacon.
Oh, they got the flight control hive down to 9% before being beaconed back. And the benefit, of course, is that they're going to be able to run back, pop flight control pretty quick, as there's no Crag here yet. Well, there's the Crag moving in right now. Atrium still at 33%, 92% grown. And Quactus is just saying, you know what? They may have a lot of res nodes, but we're not giving this up yet.
No, I have to give it to them for really trying here. I mean, they've had some really close calls, which is pretty amazing. Kasese here in Reactor Core, taking down currently with his pistol, but here comes Sharp to take him down in turn. We see over here in flight control, the Hive has been destroyed here in flight control.
I think the thing to realize here, though, is that although you get excited about Quactus pulling this back, the fact that aliens are on 7 harvesters and that their P-res is 54, 39, 62, 43, and a couple of those are fades already, the potential of you seeing 3+ Onos in a matter of a couple minutes is really big. Kill a fade, here comes an Onos. So I want to just say I don't think that Quactus is going to bring this back at this point.
I'm very careful with calling games when I'm casting, but I have to agree with you in this case. I mean, for Quactus to come back from this, they would need a friggin' miracle. And while they're playing really well, they don't have it. Like, if you see what's happening right now here in Crossroads, you got everything
Singularity's
going to move
in. Yeah, they've got no res to beacon. The ops goes down anyway. They just need to focus on these IPs and just kill.
There we go. 1 IP down. The other Marines come back.
Sub says I do to the chair.
Oh, I thought a lurk died there. But, yeah, so they're down 1 IP now. Singularity knows that they just need to take down 1 more here to stop the respawning of Marines. But Sally, again, oh, there we go. Just spent it just now. Sally in Atrium as a Onos egg. And hopefully they can end this pretty soon.
Mulk is going to see that miss. He's got a shotgun. He can rush it. Oh, Sally comes out and Mulk is going to run.
Run, Mulk! All right, so now we see that a couple shots have happened here. 2 fades here in Crossroads. Quactus still hanging on by a thread. I mean, they're still on the offense. Look at this. They are going to kill Data Core Hive. I have to give it to them. They are seriously making Singularity work for it. They're having some moral victories here on this map.
I think this is it, though.
Yeah.
The last IP is going to get stomped by this Onos. 2 fades. Skull coming in to finish it up. Inzon going off to speed up their attacks. And now they're on the command station. And they've got no money in the bank, no IPs to bring the team in or bring them back. Team rushing in. They leave the chair to go after the players. I mean, I guess you kill the players, you win the game, but you might as well just finish the chair off.
There's no way to respawn. They gotta kill Kasei, so there we go. Good game,
Whoa.
Well.
All right,
Singularity wins.
Not really sure what happened there.
Well, I'm glad it happened right then. All right. Well, I don't know if a server map change happened right there, but anyways, guys, what a match there. Obviously, Quactus maybe could have called GG a while ago, but there were some great plays they played, even though they probably knew it was futile to do. Hey, I honestly thought they had it at one point, and maybe that window was about 5 seconds long, but there was one point I think that they had it. And then things just went horribly wrong.
Well played by both teams, though. I mean, Quactus never giving up, and there was a point there where it was really starting to tilt back in their favor. But again, the pressure from Singularity and the aggressiveness of putting out all those harvesters and spreading infestation across the map really paid off for them.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, when you see in the beginning on that match, you saw Quactus, I mean, doing really well. They got all the way down to sub-axis, all the way to crevice. They were holding crossroads, and then basically at that point they established control there in crossroads. It looked like everything was going so well. Those fades came out on the field. Before even the fades, right? They got those lurk kills. Everything was going well. The fades came out. They couldn't handle them. And they lost that rush in data core, which basically took down the gate, put a lot of pressure, brought Marines back, And then they countered at the same time to Crossroads, took that down as well. Once they took the foothold of the map away from that, basically, while all that was happening, they were taking down Res in Crevice, in Sub-Access, in Ventilation, in Atrium, in Reactor Core. So you blinked, Quactus blinked, and was like, they lost their foothold, and they're down to two RTs. And that's where it shifted.
I think, too, the fact that really at about 7.5 minutes, the Marines were no longer researching any upgrades, really came back to bite them.
Yeah.
They were on such a back foot from trying to recap res and defend their own res. The aggressive push to flight was fantastic, very risky in the sense that they almost lost data core. I mean, in the end they did, and had to regroup and cross. Almost makes you think if they had been on a steady push and then maybe cat packs speeding up their reload and running abilities, maybe they could have bum rushed down to sub and it could have been a completely different game. But of course, at that point, it's all theory crafting. But, Singularity, they pulled it out. And those fades, again, and I will just say, the fades totally, I'm not going to say completely won that, but they totally saved them in that.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree. All right, guys, we are moving into round 2 here of this best of 5 Quactus versus Singularity in this NS2WC. This is the Horizon bracket. Just so you know, head to NS2WC.com for all your info on the February 22nd winners bracket grand final. Where we are flying 4 teams down there to fight for the grand title of NS2WC champion, World Championship champion. And it's going to be a fun time. I'm going to be there. Wasabi's going to be there. Blind's going to be there. UWE staff is going to be there. ESL staff is going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, guys.
Clown.
Might be some petting zoo.
Some random clown.
All right, so what we are going to do here, since there is about a little over 1,500 people in here, if you do not know what NS2 is, I have a video made by one of our lovely community members. It's super effective. He makes a lot of great NS2 videos. We have a really great community, a really strong, tight-knit community here at NS2, and I really love everybody in it. Anyways, It's Super Effective has made this explaining NS2 in 1 minute. So for you guys that are kind of like, I don't know, it's Marines versus aliens, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. Well, give it 1 minute. He's going to do it
in one breath, too, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he does. But this is Natural Selection 2 in 1 minute. We'll be right back.
Natural Selection 2 pits 2 teams against one another, the Marines versus aliens. The gameplay is like Counter-Strike meets StarCraft. Both teams have a single commander who has a top-down view of the battlefield. They are responsible for expanding their base, researching upgrades, supporting their team, and providing strategy overwatch. The rest of the team play from a first-person perspective and serve as the soldiers who conquer the map and carry out the team's strategy. Scattered across the map are locations called resource nodes. It is very important for each team to secure as many of these as possible by constructing a resource collector on top of it, and by destroying the enemies. The resources collected by that team can be spent on upgrades, base construction, support from the commander, and more. Individual players also receive resources they can use to spend on themselves. There are also a few locations around the map called tech points. These tech points serve as ideal locations for Marines Command Station and the aliens' hives. Teams must destroy all of these in order to win the game. The Marines can use a variety of ranged weapons and equipment to help them deal with different threats, while the aliens can evolve into different life forms that each play a unique role to give them the edge. Playing Natural Selection 2 can feel complicated to a new player, but if you're interested in learning quickly and conquering that rookie phase, search for It's Super Effective NS2 on YouTube.
Alright guys, so my thanks to It's Super Effective for making that NS2 in 1 minute explain video. Anyways, so guys, I really hope you enjoyed that. We're moving into round 2, which is going to be on the same map. Both teams play as each side once, and it's the first of 3. We'll go into the second map after this. Wasabi, how are you doing?
I'm so excited I can barely contain my excitement.
I can hear that.
I'm actually, I'm super happy that we got to watch a really strong round and that there was so much kind of like back and forth ping pong action. It was amazing. One thing I'm really excited for, though, is that all these new viewers checking out the game. As Red Dog said, this is a really amazing community, and a lot of these guys have been playing for a long time, and you're watching competitive play of Natural Selection 2. For more information as far as schedules, video on demand, the current standings, visit NS2WC.com.
All right, so I'm just going to tell the teams that we are ready. So again, Singularity is going to be playing here. Round 2 on Summit. They are ahead 1-0 over Quactus in this semifinal match. The winner of this match is going to play Mimic in the Horizon Bracket Finals match. Make sure you stay tuned to the NS2WC Twitter, which is at NS2WC. Also at NS2Wasabi1 and at Sting Red Dog for tweets of when that match is going to happen. That one is going to be really good, whoever wins here. I think Quactus played really well in the last game. They got caught in some unfortunate instances with Singularity's fades. And Singularity obviously played pretty amazing, making that call to not save the main hive and move forward, and that really tipped it in their favor towards the end. So we are going to get this match started as we're moving on. And round 2 is here. My name is Red Dog. Co-casting with me is Wasabi1. Singularity versus Quactus here on the NS2WC Horizon Bracket Semifinal matchup. 1-0 for Singularity so far. Starting as Marines. Kane jumping out, building that armory as a 3-2 split happens for Singularity. And Quactus now moving through as well, doing a center split. Almost all of them here.
Yeah, it looks like they're putting all the pressure on Crossroads. And I would think, especially after that last round, they really want to say, Singularity, you think this is going to be easy. And look at this. 3 skulks into main, going right for the IP, taking down the spawner. 1 skulk down, 4 Marines coming back. They're not going to take this IP down. It was so close, though, 21%.
You know, here's the thing there. Like, it wasn't... If you're going to do that, you got to be all committed, and timing is so crucial, right? Because you're talking about just a few percentage points. That IP got down to about 26%, and, you know, had there been maybe another skulk or two there, it would have went down.
Hey, you know, that's a win-win for Quactus, though. They put pressure, they pulled all the Marines back from the naturals, and they were able to get their own naturals up without any aggression, even double whips going up in reactor core right now. So at this point, I would say that, the aliens are slightly in favor at the moment.
Nosku coming back into flight control, getting slapped off by currently off that IP. Sally moving back just a little bit. We see fights happening here in Computer Lab up against Cowboy, who takes down Habiz. Kasesa takes him down and starts working on this new extractor. Sally coming in to try to take him off. Kasesa is going to try to juke him a little bit. Oh, that gets blasted in the face with a pistol. And we do see that Quactus has moved down and assisted into ventilation. They've also assisted into reactor core.
Did I lose you?
Nope, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No,
You just
okay.
got completely silent in the middle of a word, and I'm like, oh god, I lost
Because I
him.
was looking at something else during that line.
You got Sharp and Cookie up in Atrium as Zups is sneaking in as a skulk. Gets some great bites on Cookie, takes down Cookie. Sharp, though, at the back of the room, and I don't think Zups is going to win that engagement.
No, he gets tagged by Sharp on his way out. Habiz now on the Computer Lab RT. Cowboy coming around the corner to try to slap him off. Sharp taking Mulk down somewhere on the map, and Cowboy running in there. Habiz can juke him! Oh, one bite.
Totally one bite,
Always
and that
down
is
to that.
unfortunate. Ventilation growing down here. Zups coming to defend. Kasesa as well. And Nosku coming from the flank through maintenance, taking out both Marines as the med packs begin to fly, saving the ventilation harvester, and still allowing aliens to sit on 3 harvesters.
Nice cleanup there in ventilation. We see a cleanup here. Mulk and Zups taking down Cookie here in Crossroads. Singularity up to 5 extractors with 1 as a blueprint there sitting in Crossroads. We see Nosku and Habez here in sub-access. Cowboy taking a couple pot shots down the hallway. Zups taking down Sharp here north of Reactor Core, moving back into Data Core, and it looks like the RT and sub-access is going to go down, dropping Singularity down to 3.
I like that Sally was dropping some random mines there as he was approaching Computer Lab, knowing that the Skulks were coming. You finish off the RT and Computer Lab and sub. That's going to take the Marines down to 3. And see, look at that. Cowboy goes and takes out Mulk.
Sharp and Cowboy now moving from flight control into Computer Lab, and we're seeing a little fight happening here in Atrium, where Cookie takes down Zups there. Looking at what's going on. Oh, Mulk is now an egg, so he is going lurk. I don't know if they're actually going to go double lurk. Nice cleanup there by Singularity here, currently taking down Kasesa and Nosku, followed with Sally there in Crossroads. Habez now moving back.
Lurk headed up to Atrium to clean up Cookie. Zups and Habez there as well with the support of a Drifter. They do have a shift high, which means Enzyme. So they're going to be able to power down this RT in Atrium, and Infestation is rolling on its way.
Quactus still on 3 Harvesters. We got Sharp and Cowboy now moving into Ventilation. Sharp taking down Nosku. Kasesa taking down Sharp. Cowboy the only one left. Oh, he's trying to weld him! Oh! Cowboy runs out of ammo on his LMG and his pistol, so he just pulls out his welder and it was just like, screw it. I'm going to try to weld you. RT going down in Atrium. Cookie now in Crevice trying to come around the corner. All right, we're seeing Nosku and Kasesa here in sub-access. Sharp now trying to take them out, but loses against Kasesa. Observatory now has been completed for Singularity. Quactus playing a very, very strong game right now. Let me just bring up the graph for you. 5 extractors lost in 5 minutes. That's very, very good resource biting, res biting pace. Team resources 175 to 114. Team kills 22 to 17. So even though they've taken down more extractors, in terms of engagement, Singularity is popping up just a little bit.
Spreading Infestation all over sub-access and Atrium, you know, just trying to get as much map presence as they can. But Cowboy and Cookie cleaning up an Atrium, going after that unbuilt Harvester. But look at this base rushing to flight control.
Oh my goodness.
Going off, and the support of Mulk on those mines. The OBS is going to go down, and everyone's got to run back to base now.
Nice job there with the mines. Oh, and a mine, I think that Mulk blew up next to a Skulk. So he actually blew up the Skulk. That's funny.
There's good pressure, though, from Quactus to be able to pull the Singularity Marines back to defend. They lose that OBS. That's crucial res that they need for upgrading right now. Currently goes down to Zups, and both Skulks back here into flight control again, forcing Kane out of the chair. Commander out of the chair trying to pull him to the mines. Mines go off, taking off Zups, but kill all the other mines around the IPs. And it looks like they're almost going to lose that OBS. Almost.
17% on that OBS there. There was a little fight happening in sub-access that you guys just saw as well that Quactus ended up winning. We see in Computer Lab, Habez dying to a mine that was there. Also, we got Cookie and Cowboy putting pressure here in Reactor Core, taking down a Harvester. Great job. Zups and Mulk now moving here into Atrium. Trading kills. Cookie now pushing away Mulk into the vents. We see Quactus really needs to reestablish their economy right now. They could get, if they don't, they could get out-rezzed, out-teched here by Singularity that's sitting on 4. See Sharp getting pushed into the corner here in sub-access, and that's going to leave Comp Lab RT open. We got Habez here in Atrium trying to work it. Sally here in Crossroads. Mulk diving in for the kill against Sally.
I think you're exactly right. I think that Quactus does need to reestablish res, and they're going to do just that, dropping Reactor Core again, and hopefully spreading up toward Atrium. You know, he's got these double whips in Reactor Core, moving them up there to hopefully help protect a little bit as they keep seeming to come through Crevice. might be the good play to allow them to hold at least the minimum of 3 harvesters, because going down to 2 delayed those fades just a little bit, as they're at 38 P-res and we need 40 to go fade.
Well, let's see if these fades actually help Quactus as much as they helped Singularity in the last round. Sally and Cookie now moving into Crossroads. Power has just been cut, and Zups is on the ceiling, ready to make the move. Here comes Mulk, and Zups jumps down, misses his bite. Here comes another Skulk in there. Cookie goes down. Emergency lights just came on. Sally is in there getting nice med packs, but not enough, and gonna go down. There's the scans to see what the heck was in there. 2 more Marines coming in there, Cowboy and Sharp, knowing that they really want Crossroads right now.
All right, we're now at the 40 res mark for the aliens' personal resources. That's going to mean fades are coming out, and it looks like we've got at least 1 or 2. They have enough to go 4 fades right now because they only went 1 lurk.
Cookie, Cowboy, and Sharp. Power has been repaired here in Crossroads. Phase gate immediately going up. This is obviously on this map a very key spot for Marines to get a phase gate location, as it serves as that springboard for the rest of the map. They are pushing back Nosku and Mulk. Meanwhile, Kasesa and I can't see the name, but Habiz is here in Crevice taking down the Extractor, so that's going to go down, dropping Singularity down to 2. Currently, and Sally here in sub-access, taking down the Harvester there. Fades are out on the field. Zups here in north of Pipe Junction. It's going to make a move.
Interesting. Right now at 43 P-res, Zups is the only fade out. Do you think they feel confident in the fact that they've kept their lurk up this long that they're going to be able to survive with 1 fade and go triple Onos?
That would be pretty amazing. What they're going to need to really secure, I think, at this point, if they want to do that and they want to do it quick, they really need to secure their res. They got to make sure that they don't lose any res right now. They have 1 growing at this point. If they can get 5, then maybe. There's a phase gate going down in ventilation. Don't think Quactus is going to let that happen.
Zups was there at the right time to take out Sally, and then currently with the shotgun wasn't able to get enough good hits on him. And then we go, second fade is out now in Kasesa. So it looks like they've decided to go double Onos.
2 Onos, 2 fades. They got 1 lurk on the field. That's going to be coming. 2 fades out right now. It looks like they're going to go 2 Onos. Mulk is out as that lurk. Cowboy and Sharp here in Crossroads, pushing back Zups. We do see an RT is being harassed here in Comp Lab. Kasesa just taking down Cookie here on the north side of Computer Lab. 2 Marines, Sally and Currently fighting their way into Atrium right now. Scan going down to see what's going on. That's going to pick up Zups. And here comes Zups up against these 2 Marines. Successfully pushing them back. Here comes Ups blinking in to try to get the couple swipes down. That's not going to work. We got Cowboy on the other side alone away from the group. He gets cleaned up quite easily.
I think, one of the things that I'm seeing here is that, like those 2 Marines moved up through Reactor Core, maybe in hopes that they could pinch the fade from either side. But I think the biggest thing they need to be worrying about right now is the fact that the aliens have 4+ RTs, and they need to be pressuring the RTs to pull the fades and other life forms back so that they're more spread out and not bunched up together like they are right now.
Yeah, I agree. And look at this. What's beautiful about this, you mentioned this before, 52 P-res for Nosku and Habiz. So it looks like these guys are going to go double Onos, and if they can hang on to these four extractors and that 5th one gets built, then, man, in the next few minutes, we're going to see 2 Oni come out. In terms of defense against that for Singularity, they're at Weapons 2, Armor 1, Shotguns. They don't have an Advanced Armory out, which is going to give access to a Prototype Lab, which will give access to Jetpacks. They're well away from that.
I like how they're being aggressive now, too. Quactus is saying, look, you did it to us last round. We're going to spread infestation all over this map. We're going to start getting really aggressive with putting our harvesters down, keeping them away from those crucial 4, now 5, the second hive building in sub-access. Man, weapons 3 research before Armor 2, and I don't know that was the right call, but you know what? I'm not commanding their team. and this is the decision that they've made to go forward.
They could have a plan. Weapons 3, a little bit questionable at this point. But, you know, Weapons 3 shotguns, if you got 4 Marines in a room that actually, you know, have a good line of sight against an Onos, it could go down very quickly.
All right, 58 P-Res. We are literally, let's see, with 5 residents, we're about 35 seconds away from seeing potential Onos evolve.
I think right now, Quactus, it would be very smart for them to, once they can go double Onos, get them out on the field as quick as you can and just start bulldozing Singularity. Singularity down to 2 extractors right now. Zups and Nosku coming into Crossroads. Mine blowing up in Zup's face. And we do see
There's nobody there.
1 Marine, Sally, around the corner, comes around.
Benefit for the Marines in that situation. They're all spawning at base. They're able to come through the phase gate. Since it's just the 1 Fade and Skulk, they're easily able to push them off. But this just gives them more time to evolve because Habiz is going Onos at Data Core right now.
We're seeing now that Sharp is trying to push with Sally here in Reactor Core. They get stopped by a Lurk and a Fade. And here we go. 2 Fades and a Lurk here in Crossroads. Half health on both those Fades. There's Enzyme from the Drifter. Cowboy comes through. Sally comes through. And here's the Onos. Habiz coming through. Charging in up against. No! Zups gets killed!
Subs gets shot in the back as he's trying to retreat out of the room.
Oh!
And Sharp, the only one still here in the room. Habiz up. Sub-Axis Hive is finished, but there's the second Onos Nosku, and Sharp doesn't even know it.
Sharp trying to go take down Kasesa. Not enough there. 2 Oni now on the field. We see that the Sub-Axis Hive has been grown. The Atrium Hive just dropped now. 2% grown there. Mulk coming in. May get caught!
Oh no, Mulk!
Mulk! Oh! Oh, and he does!
What was he thinking?
Beautiful kill there by Cookie. So 2 higher life forms dropped and a Hive killed in the last minute.
Starting to see the last game again.
Kasesa now blinking in alone! Oh.
All right, double Onos pushing pressure with a Gorge. Smart play to have the Gorge here with the double Onos, and they're going straight for Marine start.
Now
they do have Gorge upgrades though, and Biomass 3.
Yep, they gotta get out of there.
Oh, 1 Onos needs to protect Zups. Don't let Zups die.
Oh, they lose their Gorge!
And that's unfortunate. I really think that they needed to save Zups there.
And they did establish their phase gate here in Atrium, taking down those annoying whips as well. And these Oni are backing off here in Crossroads. Singularity needing to build up Atrium. If they can secure Comp Lab as well as an RT, which looks like Cookie and Sharp are doing right now, then they're going to have 4 RTs.
Yeah, and I love this. I love the fact that Singularity is focusing on trying to get this res down now. You know, yeah, it took a little while. They got that Weapons 3, even though we kind of made fun of it,
yeah.
It's definitely helping them. Look at this cat
Packs.
Now they really want to be able to know that should they get into a situation with the Onos, that they're going to be able to do a significant amount of damage in a very short amount of time. Cat Packs are just going to amp up the amount of speed between reloads and their movement as well.
You know what's great about Cat Packs when you don't have jets is when you do catch, you know, an Onos and he's running away. If your comm is paying attention and drops Cat Packs for the chasing Marines, that Onos more than likely is going to get caught. Oh no.
Well, down goes this, but now the Onos are completely out of place. They're up in Atrium. This gives an opportunity to multiple Marines to make their way down to Sub, and there are only 3 eggs in Sub and no dead aliens, so nobody's spawning down here. Cat Packs are now complete.
Cookie and Sharp here. Kasesa and Zups responding to this. Cookie taking a couple swipes to the face. It looks like they're going to try to go after Zups. Zups does go down. Cookie takes a swipe. Sharp now trying to push him away and trying to reload. Kasesa really low.
Sharp. And had Sharp not been reloading again there, you might have had an opportunity to take Kasesa down, but the Hive heals are going to help Kasesa come back from that. Still, though, the fact that Sub-Axis is kind of open the way it is, and that the alien team is now on 3 Harvesters, not 4, I say bum rush with those cat packs down to sub.
Currently at 19. For the P-Res for Singularity right now, just so you know, shotgun costs 20. Cowboy at 13, and we got 7, 27, 8, and 19. So basically 2 of them that can get shotguns right now. Currently just ticking up to 20. It's just not enough firepower to go up against all these life forms, especially these 2 Oni. Look at this. Habib's coming scrolling through Cookie. And that's it. The pain train is on its way.
And this is when you were hoping for Armor 2, which is researching right now, just giving you that one more swipe, that one more gore, that one more bite to be able to hopefully get enough damage in with the Weapons 3. And there goes the GG from Singularity. So this match moves to 1-1.
There we go, Singularity GG's. Quactus is the winner of this match here on Summit. Good game, well played, both teams.
It'll be interesting to see what the next map is, especially since the series is tied up 1-1. This is a best of 5, so it's first to 3 wins, takes it, and moves on to the final. And I gotta tell you, after watching those 2 rounds, I think we're in for some really exciting fun.
All right, guys. Well, you guys have just witnessed a 1-1 matchup there on Summit. Just to recap, we saw Quactus taking on Singularity in round 1. Quactus has Marine, Singularity as Aliens, doing really Quactus doing really well in the beginning, but the tables turned as Singularity decided to do a base rush and at the same time take out the foothold that they had in Crossroads, making the momentum turn for that game. Moving forward to this round that we just watched, Singularity, moving against Quactus, and Quactus pulling off a 2-fade, double fade, double Onos play against Singularity. Singularity being caught off guard without really any upgrade. I mean, they had Weapons 3, which was really good. They had cat packs out, but it just wasn't enough. They didn't have enough res flow to keep the shotguns out on the field up against all those life forms. So we are moving in to round 3.
On Veil, it looks like.
Veil. Oh, we are.
I mean, I could be completely
right?
wrong. It could just be what's on the server, but
We're
I don't
switching
know. I
servers,
would hope
right?
for Veil.
I
I love
so.
Veil. Yeah, we're switching servers. Jeez, Red Dog, give it the times.
I know. I'm like. There we go. Just
Hey,
getting
I
with
don't think we ever say enough thanks to Twitch. But Twitch, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for the front page love today. And thank you to all the viewers that are checking out NS2 for the first time.
Yeah, definitely. Twitch I think you guys have helped just expose competitive natural selection 2 to the masses in a very, very positive way. And I really wanted to thank you deep down for always supporting us. And you guys are awesome. Ben, Elaine, Andrew, all you guys at Twitch there that have made this happen. Thank you so much. We're moving now into Veil, as Wasabi said, which is for round 3 here. This is best of 5, so it's the first 3 to win this. And we are at 1-1 right now, Quactus versus Singularity.
I also want to thank Twitch for my wonderful keychain that acts as a beer opener, because this is probably like the best beer opener I've ever had. So Twitch, thank you. Do you have one of those?
I don't.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. No, Ben totally came by the launch party for NS2 when I was in San Francisco, and I got a t-shirt and all sorts of cool swag. We're going to have to get you some swag too.
I know. Well, guys, if you are just joining us, this is... Oh, hold on.
What is this, Red Dog?
Sorry. Okay, guys. Thank you, whoever did that. Whoever mod did that in the chat. You know what you did. Thank you for that. All right. Anyways, guys, this is the Natural Selection 2 World Championship Horizon Bracket matchup, semifinal match against Quactus versus Singularity. Again, I wanted to bring up the brackets. For those of you that are just joining us, here are the brackets here. You see in the quarterfinals, Blue Babbler Squad versus Mimic. Mimic moving forward in that match. Scurvy versus Hard TWATS. Forfeit there, so that moves Scurvy forward. Quactus versus Virtual Selection. 3-1 there. That was a great opening there by Quactus in round 1, but Virtual Selection actually took that round for them because it didn't work, but Quactus rolling up their sleeves and pounding them after that, moving forward into the semifinals. Singularity versus Wonga again. 3-1 there. Wonga chipping around off the Singularity, but not enough to move forward to the semifinals, and we are watching now Quactus versus Singularity. Mimic versus Scurvy. That was casted by my partner here, at NS2WC1 on Twitter. He casted that, and Mimic moved forward. That was a 3-0 victory, though I heard Scurvy played pretty amazing, right, Wasabi?
They did, especially kind of like what we saw from Quactus there. They never let the game's momentum get in their way. They kept pushing and pushing and pushing. They didn't win the games, but there was some great moments in there, just like even Quactus had in that first round that they played.
So now the winner of this match, guys, is going to go up against Mimic in the Horizon bracket. Finals. Make sure you guys are following on Twitter at NS2WC. Also, check out NS2WC.com for when that match is going to be. Everything you need to know about the NS2WC is on NS2WC.com. For anyone that is
I think
I
we're
don't
going
know
to try really
info.
hard for the final to happen next weekend, not on Sunday, as that here in the U.S. is the Super Bowl, and we just want to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to enjoy that. Not that they would want to, because this is obviously cooler than football.
This is way cooler than the Super Bowl.
This is our Super Bowl.
This is our Super Bowl. This is nerd Super Bowl.
Nerd Bowl.
Nerd Bowl. All right, guys. So, if you're just joining us again here, I am gonna go ahead and, if you don't know what you're watching and you're kind of like, okay, this is Aliens versus Marines, what the hell? Well, I'm going to show you. This video was created by one of our community members. It's super effective. It explains the basics of Natural Selection 2 in 1 minute. And it's a great little video. So if you don't know what you're watching, you want to kind of get the basic and gist of NS2 and kind of follow what we're saying when we're commenting about the match, watch this video, and I'll see you guys right after it.
Natural Selection 2 pits 2 teams against one another, the Marines versus Aliens. The gameplay is like Counter-Strike meets StarCraft. Both teams have a single commander who has a top-down view of the battlefield. They are responsible for expanding their base, researching upgrades, supporting their team, and providing strategy overwatch. The rest of the team play from a first-person perspective and serve as the soldiers who conquer the map and carry out the team's strategy. Scattered across the map are locations called resource nodes. It is very important for each team to secure as many of these as possible by constructing a resource collector on top of it, and by destroying the enemies. The resources collected by that team can be spent on upgrades, base construction, support from the commander, and more. Individual players also receive resources they can use to spend on themselves. There are also a few locations around the map called tech points. These tech points serve as ideal locations for Marines' command station and the aliens' hives. Teams must destroy all of these in order to win the game. The Marines can use a variety of ranged weapons and equipment to help them deal with different threats, while the aliens can evolve into different life forms that each play a unique role to give them the edge. Playing Natural Selection 2 can feel complicated to a new player, but if you're interested in learning quickly and conquering that rookie phase, search for It's Super Effective NS2 on YouTube.
Alright guys, and my thanks again to It's Super Effective for creating that quick video. So hopefully you guys that do not know anything about this game know the basics of it. We're moving now into round 3 here. We're just waiting for one of the Quactus members to join up. Again, we are on Vale here. Wasabi, did you want us to take us through this map? Just a general map overview of Vale for the people that don't know it?
Yes, allow me to give you an overview of Vale, which we are currently not on because this is Tram.
This is Tram.
But that's okay.
And I just looked, and it's Tram. So I am going to totally cut that in my bloopers.
You've got to love the appreciation of front page right now for the fact that,
You got to love it.
you know,
Gotta love
All
it.
those people are making fun of you. Okay,
It's
this
vital-
is Tram, okay?
This is Tram. So take me through Tram. And I'm gonna, guys, I'm gonna put this on the big screen here so you guys can see my my overview.
Wasabi on the big screen. All right, this is a 5 tech point map. Kind of a pinwheel design like what you saw from Summit in the last map. The interesting thing here, though, is that typically for aliens, the strong point is up in the north in warehouse or server, because if you can hold north tunnels at the top point of the map, you can typically cap 4 res nodes along the top, even a 5th if you can take mezzanine. So that's kind of what they hope for. Although I can tell you I've seen lots of alien games where starting from shipping can be just as powerful moving towards elevator or repair. It's just a slight bit harder to hold, because if the Marines can't cut through North Tunnel and cut off that sys chain between warehouse and server and stop that flow of res, they're going to be in a tough spot to beat the aliens. Because as it works, and I know it sounds weird this way, but if the aliens have the same or more res nodes as the Marines do, it almost benefits them more if they're over 3. It's just kind of the way it works. It's magic.
Magic. All right. Thanks for that quick overview there. It looks like the last Quactus member has joined their side, and we're going to get some ready calls here from both teams. Quactus, we are 1-1 here. Quactus is going to be on Marines first, and Singularity is going to be on Aliens. If a team wins both these rounds here, they win this semifinal, and there's the ready calls. We are moving now into this round. Welcome, everyone, to the NS2WC Horizon Bracket semifinal matchup. Quactus versus Singularity. Round 3 here on Tram.
Sorry, we just changed it. It's Veil.
Nosku, Kasesa, and Volk all building here in warehouse, sending Zups out of there. Cookie and Sally and Cowboy moving on the east side, moving towards elevator transfer. Early positioning on this map. It looks like Marines are spreading out quite nicely with a center kind of focus for Singularity.
And here's something that could be bad for the aliens. They went a 1-3 split towards observation elevator and ore, and now Zups is gangbusting down through south tunnels into shipping, could cut off this sys chain, or even get himself a harvester here in observation.
He actually might do it. Sharp, if he kills Sharp, he might be able to do this. And no.
Well done by Sharp, though, to counter that, see him happening really quick and make his way down there. Up in platform, though, you have a couple skulks jumping on Mulk and Kasesa as they get taken out. They're going to go ahead and finish this res up here. Double Marine pressure making its way towards logistics on the left side, though.
Mulk and Kasesa now moving down through platform. We also see Habiz and Nosku here in logistics. Cowboy and Sharp, Cookie, and currently all here in logistics trying to push these guys out. Wow! Habiz taking down 2 aliens. Sally around the corner, really low health. He's going to peek his head around the corner, get shot by Nosku. And these Marines are still alive here, moving now into logistics, pushing back Singularity. Taking over one of their mains, and Zups is over in observations, taking out that expansion as well. This is very aggressive from
play.
Quactus. Yeah.
Yeah. Well played by Quactus as well. The Gorge Tunnel did go up for Singularity in elevator transfer to help move the life forms from one room to another very quickly. You'll see there's a line on the mini-map that'll show you where those connect to. They move through that special little tunnel to get where they need to go. But taking out logistics, you know, at least desysting it and then putting the pressure on observation, that's good. That's the kind of pressure you need, and it pulls the aliens off of your res. Marines sitting on 5 extractors right now with armor 1 already.
Currently now here in logistics, he's going to back off. They did drop that harvester here in logistics. They take out a drifter. Habiz and Nosku now working on the logistics harvester. We see on the north side, Sally and Cookie here in platforms. Cookie taking a jump on Zup, successfully doing that, opening up the platform RT, and the harvester in logistics has been taken down. As you can see, there is a gorge tunnel, as Wasabi mentioned here, in elevator transfer. If you guys don't know what that is, basically it's the aliens version of a phase gate, connecting 2 points in the map, an entrance and exit. Kasesa moving here in server room now. Nosku holding down the center. Weapons 1 has started for Quactus.
Quactus able to take down that logistics node before it even finishes building. Observation still sitting at 47%. And they're sitting pretty. 5 extractors, sixth one to almost be completed. And they've held the 5 extractors for about 2.5 minutes.
Cowboy out as that lurk. It looks like Sally is in an egg and going to be a lurk as well. So double lurk play here for Singularity. A lot of pressure down here in logistics as well. Sharp and currently down here trying to push away Zups. We also see Mulk moving through south tunnels right now, coming around the corner. Going to put pressure on the observation harvester, which is really going to try to pull back some of these Singularity aliens. Cowboy and Sally doing their best to take these guys out outside elevator transfer, but they're going to move back, and these guys are pushing right in.
I like the aggression by Quactus here. I think it's the right move to force the higher life forms out of the room.
Oh, and they find the gorge tunnel, and they are just laying into this.
Not only does that cut off the momentum of the aliens to be able to get to elevator faster, that's going to allow the Marines time to take down the harvester here in elevator, dropping the aliens down to 1 harvester online.
Nosku and Kasesa here. Sally coming through as that lurk. Oh! I thought he was going to get caught by Abiz. He's trying his best. Not enough. Cowboy taking him down, and Cowboy almost dying as well around the corner as he takes a couple of pot shots there. Zups now in logistics. Quactus sitting on 6 extractors. This is an amazing play from Quactus. They are being super, super aggressive here, and as you can see, it's really, really paying off.
Zups taking down logistics, putting the aliens back on 1 harvester again. And now they're trying to build up observation. The gorge could have been helping, but the gorge actually moving forward to build an elevator transfer. Just trying to get them as much flow as possible. Phase gate going down in hub. Only Nosku here to build it, and he's got both lurks on him as Kasesa comes through north tunnels.
There's a scan down from Full Go to help out his Marines here in the hub. We're seeing that Mezzanine is being attacked as well. Those skulks are coming from Mezzanine into the hub. They can't allow this phase gate to go online, but it does. And here comes Cookie going down as well. Habib's swooping in. Here comes Cowboy swooping in as well, cleaning up Quactus's Marines, but 2 more come in from the back of the room and push Singularity out of there.
Not just does it go online, but you still got Zups down in logistics, and I'm going to bet that they're going to put an aggressive phase gate down in logistics as well.
Oh, and the Drifter may have caught him. Here comes Sharp and Cookie around the corner. From the back, there's Zups taking a couple bites and going down. This is indestructible on this power node. He did not build it full, so the aliens cannot do anything about that. But now that they see that building, they're going to be checking that room more often. And I agree. I mean, I think that would be a fantastic phase gate position right next to their main hive, and so early in the game as well.
Lots of pressure on the res right now, and that is the right call for the aliens. They need to stop the flow of income for the Marines, who are just now activating weapons level 2 in conjunction with Armor 1. And they took down a couple res nodes up in server and platform. Platform's been rebuilt. Repair just goes down. And now they've got to save their own res as well, as Elevator has a gorge tunnel up again, but the sys chain is disconnected, which is going to cause these cysts to start popping and infestation to begin to retract.
Nosku moving in up against, or moving in south tunnels. He faces a lot of claws and teeth here, getting really nice med pack drops. Living quite a while. Nosku has his welder out. Oh man, again, we see that again. You know, you run out of ammo in your LMG, you run out of ammo in your pistol, screw it. Pull out your welder and just hold the trigger. You may get a kill. Habib's now moving into ET. Cookie and Cowboy coming out of that gorge tunnel, currently in there as well. He's not going to have a very good day as he goes down. That's outside elevator transfer. Nosku right outside the hub. Cowboy comes through to take him on, and he's going to back up against that tunnel. We got Mulk here in logistics up against Sally and Sharp, and goes down as well.
Aliens are looking to handedly hold 4 res nodes now, as the Marines are playing a little bit more defensive, but holding 6 extractors of their own. Armor 2 being researched right now, which I think is absolutely the right move. Shotguns being researched as well, and once those come out, the fades are still about a minute and a half from coming out. And, you know, this is going to be a really comfortable spot for Quactus once those fades come out, because they're going to have that armor in play.
3 spurs on the field for Singularity. That's going to allow for access to 2 traits for the aliens that they can upgrade to, and that's going to be Celerity and Adrenaline. Oh no, Sally! Oh, at 50%.
Sally was so lucky. The pinch came from Nasku there as he went through through shipping to try to get him, and he just makes it through.
Goodness. Logistics, buddy. There it is. There's that phase gate you were talking about.
And this can open up a play for them, especially with 6 extractors online. They could robo an arc from Logistics and just crush this hive, especially since the fades aren't out yet.
And now that they got basically center control, which is going to cut out repair room, you know, have easy access to defend repair, easy access to defend ore, that Logistics as well is going to save there as well. And they're going to be able to protect a lot of resource nodes, you know, by having these phase gate locations. Nice job here by Singularity trying to clean up the center of the map. Phase gate is on fire!
All right, now the downside to the fact that they just took out that phase gate, which is great for Singularity, is that now all the Marines that phase are going to come straight through from Logistics, and they've all got shotguns.
Oh no!
And they're going for a shotgun push, and there's nobody here.
Here it goes, Habibs, Monk, and Kasesa, 3 Marines moving in, and I don't see a counter happening on the map, and this hive is melting down. There's some whips going to move into place. Here comes a lurk around the corner trying to help. This hive is half down.
Elevator, and this thing's just going to go down now as the 4th Marine wakes his way in. Commander jumping out of the chair as well. 19%, 10%, and this sucker is gone.
Oh, wow. They did drop ET in that, and here comes Zups around the corner, seeing that.
Go through the tunnel. Go through the tunnel.
Go, go, go. They're going. They're going in the tunnel. And here comes Curly.
Is the right play. Curly is trying to pop the tunnel. You can see him trying to close it.
Oh, but Cookie killed him in the tunnel. And obviously we can't get footage of that. Because Cesar to Bees, Quactus, wow, on fire on this match. And pushing Singularity down to 1 hive. In elevator transfer, you see these upgrade structures are going down. These spurs, these are the structures that allow the aliens to receive their trade upgrades, and they cost a pretty penny, 20 each.
And I like that the fact that they didn't end up using the tunnel gives them the opportunity. They know that the other hive is just growing, so they're going to kill everything they can and then just move in for the kill. The hive is now done with the support of a gorge there at elevator transfer, and immediately growing eggs.
Just get in there, spawn eggs. Oh boy, and look at this. I like how even in that fight they didn't really lose too many res nodes. Let's take a look at the graph right now. You can see in resource towers 6 lost for Quactus, 7 harvesters lost for Singularity. Team resources 513 to 279. Team kills 22 to 25 in Singularity's favor.
Cookie the fade out, but Cookie's in serious trouble here in Hub. Ooh, a couple shotgun blasts right there. Thankfully, the Gorge able to heal him before he even gets back to the hive, just to give him enough to get back. Power going back up in Hub. Habib, Zups, and Mulk pretty much all shotgun ready.
See Mulk, Zups, Habib, Sally taking down Zups. Mulk the only one back here. Sally may take a shotgun blast to the face. Does so, and that is going to back off the lurk and the gorge into the hub. Kasesa might take a couple shots on Cookie, who gets out of there, and if they can get the power here in observation and kind of move and get a phase gate here in observation, that is going to be pretty powerful. They're trying to get one up here in hub.
Double fades now. Sharp is out as fade. Sharp hurting pretty bad, has to retreat. They do clean up the Marines here in hub, and it looks like they're recapping res. So they're really just kind of taking the opportunity to make sure they've got their res established before they do another big push on ET.
Power going down in the hub now. We're seeing that Sharp is here in logistics. Nosku coming out of the phase gate, getting surprised there a little bit, but only with an LMG, and gets tagged. And Sharp is going to get out of there. We see now in the center of the map, Mulk and Habib have moved into the hub. It looks like they really want to get the power up here. That has been clogged up.
I like the clogs.
Yeah, I really do.
Played. You know, it's
Look
going
at
to take
this.
a lot of bullets, time, pop the clogs, just buy some more time. It's good. And the other thing to notice here is that they've got platform server RT going. You know, it looks like platform's going to get pressured by Kasesa a little bit here. But, you know, the aliens aren't giving up. And now they're pushing down to the logistics phase gate.
Mulk, Zups, and Habizd here in the hub. They just get power up, and phase gate is now going up. They're going to use that as a launching pad into the main Singularity hive. Nosku now backed up by Zups here in logistic. He's going to move in to shipping up against Cowboy and Currently.
Armory going down in hub to help block this route a little bit. Make it a little bit more of a pinch area for those phases to come through. And there goes the Robo. Looks like we're going to be arcing here to ET.
They have the money for it.
The arcs are the mobile tanks that can shoot pulse bursts through the magical, mystical air and right into that hive and explode it.
Arc Factory
is that a good
now.
enough explanation of what an arc is?
That's a fantastic explanation. Arc Factory now has started. Nosku coming through a little bit too late. They're going to clean this up. Cookie taking a couple swipes at Zuts. Cookie might get caught here.
Oh, Cookie is so lucky.
Man.
He had just enough stuff in his way. He's going to be able to get in that vent towards Mezzanine. And it looks like Vulcan, they were saying, no, we're going to get you.
Oh, man. I thought he was going to run out of energy and just be stuck there. Mulk now moving into Mezzanine. This phase gate here in the hub is really going to help Quactus try to get this down. 5 extractors now up for Quactus. 1 being built. Oh, and Sharp dies here in logistics.
Sharp takes a shotgun right to the chest from Zups. And that was well played by Zup. So now they're down to just Cookie, who's hurt as well and has to retreat back to the hive, but doesn't realize that Mulk is in his way.
That was
Cookie's in a tough spot.
Uh-oh. Cowboy might meet Mulk here. Oh, he gets him!
Down.
Wow, Mulk is on fire as he was getting out of there. So a fade and a lurk down. Singularity only has Cookie as a fade now. And the P-res for Quactus bring us through how much res they have, Wasabi.
A lot. They have so much res. 67, 35, 41 on the P-res side. The first arc making its way out now to that closed door at elevator transfer. It's going to start dealing damage to the hive all by its lonesome. The second one now rolling out as well. And these guys have pretty much handedly got this game at this point. There's not a whole lot they're going to be able to do with the one lurk and fade, especially with those shotguns up.
And here we go. These are the arcs that Wasabi was explaining. These are the mobile artillery units, and these are controlled by the Marines commander. They can move. They can't move while they are in firing position, as you can see, but they can shoot and basically shoot their artillery pulses through walls. And this is what it looks like on the other side. As long as there is a scan going down, you see those blue circles, as long as the commander keeps scanning, these, or puts an observatory down, these arcs can fire through the wall.
Yeah, and I mean, this game is, you know, really it's tilted in Quactus's favor, but look at Singularity not saying this game is over yet. They're going after the phase gate and logistics. They drop the hive down in sub, or shipping. I keep saying sub, I don't know why. And there goes the hive in ET. This is an opportunity for Quactus to just bum rush it and finish this thing.
I think right now that's the only option they have. Just stick together and Singularity, anyways. Stick together and go. Quactus, yeah, like you said, they just need to just get together. Everyone from the hub just run straight down in the south tunnels and finish this.
I would think getting a phase gate up here in south tunnels or in observation might be the right move. But the hive is low enough with your level 2 shotguns making their way in right now. You're going to pop this thing pretty quick, and the aliens are all out of position.
They're out of position. There's no eggs on the map, so if they lose this, they die, and there we go. Quactus wins.
2-1.
And it's 2-1 now on this matchup.
So now the teams will switch sides. Quactus will now play as alien. They only need one more win to solidify their position in the final of the Horizon bracket. whereas Singularity is down 1 point at the moment, 2-1, and they will play as Marines.
Ooh, I cannot wait. This is a really good matchup between two teams that are really similar, in skill level. And those are, sometimes, obviously the best to watch. I am curious to see how Singularity is going to pull this off. What would be even more interesting, I think... Casace is saying, what is this? This isn't Counter-Strike? What's even more interesting about this is that in the last map, on Summit, we had 2 alien wins. It would be interesting to see, 2 Marine wins here on Tram, not Vale, and we move into the last map. So. In that case, that would be really interesting if this map went down into sudden victory. What time is it right now? Okay, so we still got 30 minutes left of front page promo. So I wanted to thank Twitch for that.
Best Rafflecast ever.
We will be doing a Rafflecast at the end of the show, so stick around for that. If you don't know what a Rafflecast is, I raffle away some free Steam games to the winners, and we play a little curtain game, and it's a lot of fun, so stick around for that. I really hope you guys are enjoying this matchup. Everyone that has never seen Natural Selection 2 before, go ahead and pick it up. It's a very, very fun game. This is competitive Natural Selection 2. Also, something we didn't mention as well, if you are interested in playing Natural Selection 2 competitively, the ENSL is the league to join. It's ensl.org. Season 4 is right around the corner, and I believe the Custom Map Cup is starting pretty soon. Is that correct, Wasabi?
February 1st through the 19th, I believe.
All right, so there you have it. February 1st to the 19th is the Custom Map Cup for the NSL, and then after that, Season 4 will commence. So get a team together and join it. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, we'll have some great NS2 action moving forward in Season 4. Also, if you don't know yet, head over to NS2WC.com for all your info about the NS2 World Championship, especially about when the finals of the Horizon bracket, which we're watching right now, is going to air. Also on February 22nd, we have the winners bracket Grand Championship Finals, and that is the Legendary Snails, Sonoman, Titus Gaming, and oh geez, I just blanked out. Oh, and Godar. Yes. Sorry. Blanked out on the last one.
You know we're going to hear about it now. Mendes is going to be like, what? You can't remember
forgot about us? I didn't forget about you, Godar. I love you guys. Anyway, so that match is going to happen on February 22nd, live from Cologne in Germany, in the ESL studios. Casting that will be Wasabi, myself, and Blind. We're going to be rotating out. We also have a lot of support staff from UWE. Hugh Jeremy from UWE will be there helping us out with the cast, and it's going to be a lot of fun, so make sure you stay tuned for that. We have a ready call from Singularity.
So here's the deal. I mean, we've talked about this before, and these best of matches, when you're up, only 1 point away from the win, you can feel, really good. You're like, oh yeah, we got this. But the difference is also the fact that Singularity is not out of this thing yet. They've got 1 point in their favor already. Even though Quactus only needs the 1 point to win, if Singularity wins, it really does take it down to the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
And so Singularity still got some good momentum coming into this next round. We saw them play very strong as Marines their previous go-around. This is really their moment to shine again and force the 5th round.
Well, it looks like the ref here. By the way, I wanted to introduce the ref here. That is Super SARS. He refs a lot of games here, he refs a lot of games here for this tournament and a lot of other tournaments, also for the league. And I just wanted to say thank you for him. There's also a lot of other great refs here as well. Nexus is another one. We also have one that hasn't refed in quite some time, so much so that I just blanked out, Wasabi.
What?
I'm blanking out all over the place here.
Take another Red Bull.
I think I need another Red Bull. Honestly,
I think you need
I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. Moving now into like this last round, I'm like, oh man, this could go to a final, and whew, gotta get ready for that. 15 seconds on this start.
15 seconds to go.
Here we go.
For those of you that didn't know, Red Dog and I are actually just one person, and occasionally we speak at the same time.
The personalities just come out at the same time.
Especially when the vodka is going.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys, here we go. Round 4. Singularity versus Quactus in this NS2WC Horizon bracket semifinal matchup. Quactus leads 2-1, and we are on a map called Tram. And Cookie and Cowboy here in ore processing. We also see here Mulk in the center of the map, currently taking a couple shots at Zups, who moves into mezzanine. Early positioning around the map right now. Nice little split.
I think it's interesting we're seeing 2 alien rounds where they don't spawn north and they spawn down on shipping.
Yeah. Mines now have been researched. Sally, it looks like, oh, Singularity has subbed in Iron Fist into their roster. Sorry about that, guys.
All right, currently winning a great engagement up there on platform, saving the platform RT. They've got ore under attack by NS2WC, but they've got 2 Marines down to repair. Cowboy and Cookie building the res there. However, the aliens have spread infestation to logistics, a gorge tunnel, and whips already up with a shift in elevator transfer. They are wasting no time to secure their expansion.
Cowboy and Cookie now building up in repair room, moving down to logistics. Casesa on the roof, getting the jump down. And not enough. Cowboy and Cookie now moving through into logistics, busting sys chains all over the place, and Zup's coming around the corner and getting nailed. Gorge tunnel is up here in ET. Habib's is the gorge. We see a shift positioned right next to the tech point in elevator transfer. Fight happening here in ore processing. Nice parasite kill there by NS2WC. Currently
no
moving
harvesters
in.
or
Nice
extractors down yet. Logistics being built, power-wise at least. Mine's been researched back at Marine Start, which you said. They've got them placed around the IPs. A second IP going. And they are going to cap logistics.
Logistics is down.
They
This is
really
good. I
wanna
mean,
be
it's
aggressive.
far away. You know, it's hard to defend. However, it works as a delay tactic, because obviously Quactus is going to have to invest time and resources to taking that down and then building theirs. NS2WC now around the corner with Habib's, currently in Cowboy, holding up logistics really well. Mulk hid in the vent here, waited till people left, and now is taking down the ore processing RT. That is going to go down. Sally coming around the corner a little bit too late, and Mulk is just going to stay in those vents. And unless he gets cleared out, he may just be annoying up there. Casesa and Cookie now duking it out in south tunnels.
Marines holding 5 extractors at the moment. Zup's going after that extractor and logistics as Cowboy comes around and takes him down with the pistol. Casesa jumping in to get a good bite down on Cowboy, and with the help of NS2WC goes down. But an IP's been taken out in Marine Start by Mulk. So the second IP down, Arms Lab still waiting to be built.
Great job there. That's a good resource loss for Quactus to inflict on Singularity. Those cost 20 each. Currently now building that back up. Arms Lab is down, being built up by Cowboy. And we do see that the platform RT up north is on fire and going down. We also see Sally holding the center of the map. 2 Marines, Iron Fist, and currently now moving out of north tunnels. They're not going to get to the platform RT in time.
I like that the aliens are focusing on Marine Res right now. It's the right call. Taking the shift away from elevator transfer, where you've got a gorge kind of trying to rebuild things over there as both those whips had gone down. They're taking down mezzanine. Again, you said platform had gone down. Nothing in server room. So the Marines are a little bit on their back foot at the moment, especially since that second IP went down, and they just built their Arms Lab with weapons 1 researching.
Iron Fist moving into mezzanine. Mulk trying to juke his way out of that, but doesn't. Jumps at Iron Fist and takes some bullets to the mouth. We see that extractor is now down to half health. We also see here in the north side currently rebuilding up platforms. Zups is on the ceiling around the corner, and we do hear mines have been placed down. 2 Marines, Cowboy and Cookie now moving, taking down Kasesa from repair room into logistics. We got Nosku in the vents, and a nice little boost there, and Cowboy takes him down. Nice boost.
Pressure up in platform by Zups, as currently is trying to defend the platform RT here.
Nice
Power
shot.
very low, down to 37%. But pressure in logistics by Cookie and Cowboy. So trading tit for tat as they go after the assist there and clear the infestation. While the Lurk is now up in Mulk with the support of Habiz's Gorge. And they're going to clean this up and save the RT.
That's Sally in right outside elevator transfer. Shooting some bullets inside there just to harass. We got Zups and Nosku here in repair room working on this extractor. 50% there. Iron Fist gonna join Sally. Molt coming around the corner as this Lurk comes out on the field. Phase Tech now has started. Shotgun research has started for Singularity. Singularity powering with 5 extractors versus 4 harvesters for Quactus.
You know, at the moment, you know, Quactus is doing what they need to do to take down Marine income and forcing the Marines to play more defensively, and that's why they've been able to save all their RTs. The pressure that the Marines are dealing to the alien RTs is usually only 1, maybe 2 guys, and the aliens are able to group up and clear it. And that's unfortunate for the Marines because the aliens have yet to lose a harvester, and they're sitting on 35 P-res. They only need 40 to go fade, and nothing really in their way yet.
Looking at the res biting right now, 4 resource towers lost, 4 Singularity, 6 minutes into this game, so it would probably help Quactus if they just upped their resource harassment game just a bit. You don't want the Marines sitting on 6 extractors for too long, otherwise it's just they're just gonna blast out tech at you. They're already at armor 1, weapons 1, shotguns. See Zups on the Nosku on the ceiling, jumping down, trying to take a couple bites of Cookie here in logistics, and getting shot down. We got pressure right outside ET. I can see just looking at this map, it's not looking good right now for Quactus. Singularity play game. Now they're going to get central access here with a phase gate going up here in the hub, which is going to be really good for them. Zups now working on the server room RT, and Iron Fist may not get there in time to actually save that.
Phase gate and hub definitely going to be a big play, but it's not connected yet. So if the aliens could get to it right now, that would be great. They do save server room.
Oh my god, they're putting one down in logistics.
And they are putting one in logistics. And I think Singularity is trying to decide if they're going to be able to pressure this or not.
Singularity trying to do the same play that Quactus did to them in the last round. Cookie taking down Nosku. Oh!
Lurk goes down.
Lurk is down.
This just in time. Kasesa comes out as Fade to really save this engagement in logistics and help for this phase the gate to not go up yet. Cowboy just trying to do anything he can to get it up. 91% build.
That was, I mean, they lost a Lurk in there. As you said, Kasesa coming in just in time to stop that phase gate from going up. That would have been really hard for Singularity. I'm sorry, for Quactus to bounce that out of there. Quactus sitting on 3 harvesters right now versus Singularity's 6. They really need to get on some res biting and start to hurt Singularity's economy because they're just not doing it enough. Arc Factory now in the center of the map, and that is already, you can see, going to start pumping out arcs, and they're going to use that to arc out elevator transfer, just what happened to them in the last match. Here comes Quactus to the center of the map. Oh no!
Yeah, down goes Kasesa almost immediately as Fade.
Immediate.
Right there in that engagement. And the benefit to them going arcs right now with 6 extractors is that they can pump out a couple arcs and still upgrade. You know, it's not like in the situation if they were on 3 or 4 where it's either arc or upgrade.
Oh, yeah. I completely agree. They got so many options to them right now. There's the first arc being rolled out here in the hub. Kasesa flying by and seeing that. We got Iron Fist in here taking down Kasesa, currently Cowboy, and they're going to just put it right up against the wall here and start the arc process. No, there we go. There's the observatory to make sure that they don't have to waste on scans.
They don't want to waste any time here. They really need to do this. You can even see down in logistics, they're clearing the infestation out and everything as well.
Oh.
They are ways away from getting any kind of higher life form beyond the fades. And this is well played by Singularity to really bring this back into their favor.
They have basically almost pulled the same thing that Quactus pulled on them in the last round. Here comes a third arc, going to join these two that are firing here in the hub, and poor Habib's here as that Gorge trying to heal this as much as he can, but he's not going to be able to out-heal the damage output of these arcs as more keep coming out of this arc factory. And with that observatory there, it could just fire all day, and we can see down here in shipping, Sally is now here down here in shipping trying to rough things up.
And this is the other thing that's right about what Singularity is doing. Putting the pressure down and shipping at the same time is why they're going to be able to win this a lot more handedly. They're going to be able to go after all these upgrades while the focus is on the other hive, and there goes the GG. They know it's over. So now we've tied it up yet again as we move 2-2 and take this to the tiebreaker.
Fantastic play there by Singularity. We've had 2 back-to-back alien wins on the first map, 2 back-to-back marine wins on this second map, and we are moving into the tiebreaker in this best-of-5 matchup. Singularity wins it 2-2. All right, guys, so we are moving into the last bit here. I'm going to go ahead and make a couple posts here to draw people into this last round. Wasabi, if you have a breakdown of what happened in that last match, let's go ahead and hear that while I do this.
Okay, a breakdown of what happened in that last match. Pure, unadulterated awesomeness. Aliens starting out down in shipping. That is Quactus, the aliens. They spread quickly infestation to both logistics and all the way up to elevator transfer with the support of a gorge. Tunnel goes down, whips to secure, but Singularity takes the time to cap the north all the way to mezzanine, even pressuring down to logistics, clearing logistics, and putting down the extractor there. Back and forth pressure, looking like Quactus might actually be able to pull this together as they don't lose a single harvester for a few minutes, even going up to like 6 or 7 minutes and still not losing a harvester. But Singularity focuses on getting their res back up. They get the hub phase gate. They start pinching life forms, taking down the lurk, eliminating a fade, arcing with 6 extractors up from hub, taking it down, forcing Quactus to say, you guys got this game, and forcing the tiebreaker into round 5.
Well, I think they are the team captains, I believe at this point, are discussing stuff with the ref in terms of server location, map, and all that stuff. So while that is happening, guys, I wanted to welcome everybody here. We've had a really great promo here from Twitch. Thank you so much, you guys, for front paging this cast and bringing NS2 out there to anyone that doesn't know about this great game. I think it's fantastic. I think I'm a little biased on that, but I think it's a great game. We've averaged a really good amount of viewers here, so I really hope you guys are enjoying this Horizon Bracket semifinal match. The winner of this match, for those of you that are just joining us, the winner of this match, and I'm just going to put up the bracket again here. You can see Quactus versus Singularity in the semifinals we are covering right now. Whoever wins this, the Mimic versus Scurvy match has already played. Mimic took Scurvy out 3-0. Sorry, Decoy. And Mimic is moving forward to the finals, and the winner of this will face Mimic. That is when that is going to happen, so make sure you stay tuned on NS2WC.com. Also, if you have Twitter, at NS2WC, you can also throw myself and Wasabi on Twitter as well. Throw us a follow, and we'll be putting that schedule out as well as to when and where that is going to be. Twitch has stated that they're going to help out in front paging the finals as well, so thank you so much. It's been so awesome. Wasabi, they front paged promo the quarterfinals. like a quarterfinal match, a semifinal match, and now the finals. How awesome is that for just...
It's totally awesome. We
amazing.
Absolutely can never give Twitch enough support. These guys are so great, you know, starting out as like the small people, like people going, wow, look at you, there are people streaming games online. It's really cool, to exploding into the company that they've become over the last year. Twitch never forgetting the little guys. So thank you so much.
All right, so it looks like we are moving back into a European server for the last bit here. Welcome everybody. I've seen a lot of names here that are regulars to these casts. I've also seen a lot of new names. Again, guys, this is the Horizon Bracket Finals for the NS2WC Natural Selection 2 World Championship. The winners bracket will be on February 22nd in Cologne, Germany, broadcasted live on Twitch.TV/Natural Selection 2. That one is going to be pretty amazing. We got some awesome teams out there. Godar, Sonoman, Titus, and Legendary Snails. There'll be a lot of support staff there. Wasabi, myself, and Blind will be casting it. We're going to be supported by awesome community member Zephram, who helps out with the current league, ENSL.org, the competitive league for Natural Selection 2. Also have a lot of great support staff from UWE, Unknown Worlds Entertainment. The indie developer for Natural Selection 2 is going to be sending some people down there. Charlie's going to be there. Hugh Jeremy's going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Andy's going to be there.
Andy's going to be there.
Yeah, there's going to be some awesome people at this event, including over 100 community spectators in the large studio at ESL. This is going to be really awesome, guys. We hope that you'll join us, whether live, in person, or on Twitch TV/Natural Selection 2 on February 22nd. You know, no matter what, we are hoping to bring you one of the best live events you've ever seen, not just in esport history, of course, but for NS2.
Yeah. All right. Are they going back to Summit?
No,
okay.
They're just waiting for a map decision.
Okay. So we're waiting for a map decision to change right now, and we're going to get this last round 5 started pretty shortly here. I am going to go ahead, guys. If you are coming to this and you watch the last round or you watch the last couple rounds and you're kind of like, okay, this is a Marine versus Alien game, what the hell's going on? I am going to go ahead and show you a video one more time here, a 1-minute video. It's short and sweet and made by one of our community members, It's Super Effective, who creates a lot of great NS2 training videos on his YouTube channel. So thanks for making this, It's Super Effective. And for those of you that want to just know the basics of NS2, just so you can follow what's going on when we're commenting on a match, go ahead and pay attention to this video. We'll be back in 1 minute, guys.
Natural Selection 2 pits 2 teams against one another, the Marines versus Aliens. The gameplay is like Counter-Strike meets StarCraft. Both teams have a single commander who has a top-down view of the battlefield. They are responsible for expanding their base, researching upgrades, supporting their team, and providing strategy overwatch. The rest of the team play from a first-person perspective and serve as the soldiers who conquer the map and carry out the team's strategy. Scattered across the map are locations called resource nodes. It is very important for each team to secure as many of these as possible by constructing a resource collector on top of it, and by destroying the enemies. The resources collected by that team can be spent on upgrades, base construction, support from the commander, and more. Individual players also receive resources they can use to spend on themselves. There are also a few locations around the map called tech points. These tech points serve as ideal locations for Marines' command station and the aliens' hives. Teams must destroy all of these in order to win the game. The Marines can use a variety of ranged weapons and equipment to help them deal with different threats, while the aliens can evolve into different life forms that each play a unique role to give them the edge. Playing Natural Selection 2 can feel complicated to a new player, but if you're interested in learning quickly and conquering that rookie phase, search for It's Super Effective NS2 on YouTube.
All right, and we are back here. I'm loving the comments in here. Everyone thinking, it's just saying, like, this game looks awesome. I'm going to be picking it up. Chrono 1989, I just read that, that you'll be picking up this game. Awesome. The only thing I have for you, and just, just a little tip from me is on your first day, and you load into your first map, when you see the command chair, go ahead and give it some time before you jump in there.
Just ignore it.
Just
Turn
ignore
around,
it a little
walk
bit.
away.
Give it
Just
some
walk
time.
away.
Yeah, just kind of play the game, know the basics, and when you're ready, get in there by all means. But on your first day, you might not want to jump in there, and that's just a PSA from us. All right, so it looks like Vale has been chosen as the last map. And it looks like we're having a little bit of technical issues in terms of loading Vale. So we're gonna get that game or that map loaded pretty soon.
You want to see what amazing power I have?
What amazing power!
I bet
do
I
you
could
have?
make your game crash.
You will be resetting the server, I suppose.
No, I'm just going to use my mind bullets to crash the server.
Mind bullets.
Wham!
All right, guys. So again, if you have any questions about about the game, we have a really great community that if you ask. And you ask, hey, what's this, what's that? They'll help you through it. They're really nice. Head over to the UWE forums as well. Really good forums there for new players. You can YouTube a lot of videos about gameplay. My channel, youtube.com/StingRedDog. I have a lot of, obviously these matches are on there. Also, I have a lot of team interviews on there, dev interviews. I have my Red Dog Roundups, which features the best plays that we've seen in competitive Natural Selection 2, and those are always fun to watch. So if you haven't yet, head over to youtube.com/StingRedDog, hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And let me know if there's any other videos that you'd like me to create to throw on there. It looks like we just got that server glitch fixed.
No, hold on.
Okay. So we are going ahead and going to wait until Wasabi crawls out of the maintenance hatch.
I don't have the power!
The server's maintenance hatch with a wrench in his mouth and grease all over the place.
It's me, Mario!
With that mustache you are. All right, guys. So it looks like we are at the tail end of our front page promo from Twitch. So while you guys are here, I have to say thanks so much for being here, and thank you, Twitch. I guess we're gonna see the viewer count go down just a bit for anyone that doesn't want to see this last sudden victory matchup. I don't know if you've been with us for the last few rounds, why you wouldn't want to see who would win. Also, stick around to the end of this cast because we are going to be doing a raffle cast, which means you will have a chance to play in Red Dog's raffle cast, and you'll be able to have a chance to win some free Steam games. They range from really crappy games to really awesome games, and everyone has won, I think, everything in between.
Whoa. What is your example of a crappy game? Because I've seen your games, and I wouldn't say that any of them are crappy choices.
You know what? Because lately, no one has actually won any crappy games. But before, like, there's been some, some puzzle games.
You keep saying there's like $80 games in there, and I've yet to see one game that is, my opinion, like an amazing game.
If you look back, there has been $50 to $60 games. No, there's been $50 to $60 games that have won. Civ 5 was one. The latest Tomb Raider was one.
Rigged cast.
Rigged cast. There's been a lot. So, anyways. So, guys, I see you guys just got to our PSA. Glad you guys enjoyed that. Is the server back up?
Server? What server? I told you I didn't have enough power. I'm just teasing. Yes, it's back up.
Okay,
and we're
okay.
moving on to Vale, the
Veil.
tiebreaker.
All right. All right.
Veal. We're on to Veal.
Veal. So what we'll do is I'll load this map, and I believe Wasabi did a fantastic job bringing us through Tram. So we are going to do that again. And Wasabi,
I know where this is going.
I will let you know when this is up. I mean,
Vale was constructed in 1705. It was built with over 4,000 engineers.
4 died.
8 people were lost in a horrible explosion of 1791.
For you guys too that haven't or that have been following me on Twitter, you guys know that my business partner for my birthday the other day gave me for my birthday present Blue Yeti
He
microphone.
bought him a whole Yeti. A giant
Yeti, yeah. So I have a Yeti microphone. I'm not using it now, as you can tell, because I'm still kind of working out the kinks. I did work it out really well that it sounds so awesome. However, I have, as you can scroll down at my rig, I have a Black Widow mechanical keyboard, and it's a stealth, but let me tell you, this Yeti, if you guys have used it, well, it's a fantastically sensitive microphone. So
first off, Red Dog, I am not going into a room with a Yeti. That's a bad idea. Big, scary thing. Second of all, I am not scrolling down to look at your rig because that is just inappropriate.
All right. So with that being said, I tried it out. Definitely, you could hear my keyboard taps every time, like I would move the map around or hit anything. It was very loud. So we are. I'm gonna buy. I basically have already purchased a desk boom mic stand to see if I put it up on a boom mic, if that will reduce a lot of that sound. So hopefully it will, and I'll be able to use a Yeti or this Yeti for the final matchup. It's an awesome mic. If you guys haven't used it yet, I mean, there's a lot of awesome mics out there, but honestly, I've had my eye on the Yeti for a while, and my business partner knew that, and it was really surprising that he actually gave me that for my birthday. So.
Did he happen to get any frostbite capturing this Yeti?
No, he did not. But no, you know what? Maybe he lives up in Calgary.
So the Yeti's actually from Canada. It's a Canadian
this Yeti
Yeti
is actually from the snow, the snow fields up in Calgary.
The snow-kissed
Alberta.
north of North America.
Yeah. All right, guys. The Marine, everyone's loading in right now. We are on Vale, so again, let me put this on the main screen, and I got the overview open. So go ahead and Wasabi, take us away.
All right, well, folks, this is Vale. You are, and that is my dog. Yes, right when I start talking, the dog snores. That's awesome. All right, Vale is a 4 tech point map. As you can see, it's 3 tech points along the bottom of the map, with Marines spawning up north, always in control. The main focal point of this map, as you guys will probably see, is Nanogrid in the center, which is a double res point. Why is this double res point important? Well, it's 2 res nodes in 1 room. So aliens really prefer to have this room because it's a lot easier to defend and engage from. So this is going to be a big point of contention throughout this play. However, you can also see that Marines, because of where they start up in the north, are going to be having to pressure through skylights or topo. There's no other real alternative besides those 2. So it could be really interesting what we see here. We've seen a lot of aggressive play before, and it's really going to come down to who wins the early engagements to really dictate where this game is going to go.
So as you can see, guys, Quactus is going to play as Marines on this first, basically on this last round. There's no round past this. Quactus needs to win as Marines if they're going to take this, and conversely, Singularity has to win on their alien game if they're going to win this as well. So this is going to be quite interesting to see. I do hope, even though it is a valid strategy, I do hope that it doesn't end with a base rush. Singularity taking Quactus out of position and winning by a base rush. It could happen, but last by the way, last final I saw on Vale was BBS, and it was a 2-2. It was BBS versus Singularity. And Blue Babbler Squad, if you guys don't know, so maybe I won't spoil it, but that's when Joan of Arc made his appearance, and now lives in infamy in the NS2 community.
He's infamous.
He is poor Joan of Arc, and that was a great round. If you haven't watched it yet, go to youtube.com/StingRedDog, and actually you can just watch Red Dog's Roundup number 11, as that covers that match. It was a lot of fun. All right, guys. So it looks like, yes, we have lost. Like I was saying, we have lost Twitch front page. Thank you guys for blocking us off for 2 hours there. I heard that even at times we were at first slot, which was great. But we're still hovering around 1,500 people, which is pretty good. So I'm happy with it. Stick around after this match for a rafflecast for this, and that is it. I think we're going to be starting soon here. We are just waiting for one of Quactus to get on board. I believe that is Casesa here.
Looks like Cowboy's trying to get in on your raffle.
Right on. I gotta like force him in. Yeah, Shark on Games, awesome. I may have to contact you if I have any problems configuring it. So you know, let me know. If you're on Twitter, follow me. I'll follow you, and then I'll ask you questions. And I'm sorry about, I'm hearing that there's some Twitch buffering problems and stuff. I don't believe, obviously, that's anything on our end. I believe there's a, is there a League of Legends tournament going on right now? At the same
There was
time?
some going on last night, so it's quite possible there's one going on right now, too.
Yeah.
It's the non-live events. It's like the players connecting in type of live event. So, it could be happening.
So I want to know...
But we like League of Legends. You know, those Riot guys are pretty awesome guys. They like NS2, so, you know, we have to like them as well.
Yeah, it's tit for tat there. Guys, if I wanted to know as well... I wanted to know as well, how do you guys feel about, or what are you guys' predictions on this last round here? Are you guys Quactus fans, Singularity? Now that you've kind of seen them both play, who do you think is going to take it here on Vale?
We'll wait 3 minutes to hear your response. We're not going anywhere until we see that.
So let us know through the chat. If we're already started by then, I'll kind of glance over a little bit. We're still waiting on Casesa to get this started, so hopefully this is going to be starting here pretty soon.
Wouldn't it be amazing if there was some mod that could be put into the game that doesn't allow you to open up Twitch when you're playing, like anywhere in your home or phone, so that we didn't have to use 3-minute delays?
That would be pretty awesome. And there is Singularity doing their little line.
I think no matter who wins this has been great games from both teams, well deserved to reach it to the semifinals, and whoever makes it into the finals, you know, it will be off the blood, sweat, and tears of 5 great rounds. What is this? He's got a sled.
I've been following it for a while. Singularity drills. This is how they drill, you know, before a match.
It's like the human centipede.
While we wait for this last thing to go.
Santa Claus can replace his reindeer with skulks.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, guys, I didn't put us back on the screen. All right, so we just got a call 3 minutes until this starts, so make sure you go ahead and grab anything you need, popcorn, beer, if you're old enough, soda, anything to get ready for this last match. Hopefully it'll be a very good game and won't end in a rush. Though if it does, well, it's completely legal.
Oh,
they all
suicide.
died. And the lemmings have suicided there. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of a fly-through on this map. I know you're on the small screen, but at this point, we're going to get started pretty soon here. Is there any news that we have in terms of the NS2WC, Wasabi?
All the plane tickets have been purchased for the teams, which was quite a feat.
Yeah, I know. And I'm sure you had like a
Travel
gigantic
logistics for
spreadsheet.
24 plus people is nuts, but yeah, we're all taken care of. Plane tickets have been purchased. We've got an estimate on the prize pool, which is really exciting. Now we are just, eagerly anticipating the time to arrive in Germany. We've got, about another month to go. And I know that Red Dog and Blind are working really hard on all the production stuff. And we're really excited about what this event is shaping into for the live broadcast.
Yeah, guys, and just so you know, I mean, I love how we had a lot of community suggestions and involvement in terms of people wanting to help, people that have like Photoshop skills and wanting to create graphics, all the way to video skills that aren't going to the live event but wanted to help out in some way. So I wanted to thank the community members that have done that have offered that so far. Also, whenever we asked for like, hey, do you guys got ideas for this or ideas for filler content, you guys were amazing in terms of letting us know what you guys want to see. I will tell you, a lot of it got in there, so do not worry about it. There's we have this entire production, for the 6 or 8 hours that it is up. We have it scheduled down to the minute of what is going to be happening to each 15-minute blocks, and that's how tight we are on this to make sure that everyone knows what we're supposed to be covering, what to do. We're going to have bullet points on certain talking points that we're going to be discussing at the desk. It's going to be a lot of fun, all NS2 all the time. So make sure you tune in on that for February 22nd.
There's even fancy professional black blazers. We're definitely kicking this up a notch.
Definitely. Dressing up, making sure that we look professional and bringing this to you. And just making sure it's a high-quality, classy cast. I mean, really, at the end of the day, we want to focus on naturals and make sure that it's a fun cast and, yeah, has a dab of class in it, right? Sesa is coming in soon. Apparently, it has to deal with his router. He's having a little bit of router problems. I know that he's been typing there in chat. So sorry about that for this delay. I know each match has kind of gone and gone and gone up to this point, but well, you can't foresee technical problems, unfortunately.
No, you can't. But that's one of the benefits to, having the semifinals and finals live for the winners bracket is that we'll be in a closed studio environment. Easier to address these situations and not rely on internet and crazy pings and swapping servers. So we're really excited that we'll have that opportunity. And, the reason we have that opportunity is because of the viewers like you, the people that contributed, sponsors like NVIDIA, Intel, and UWE to help us get to this point. Right?
Yes, thank you so much for all the sponsors to actually make this happen. Between Intel, NVIDIA, and the 339 community members, they have raised over $32,000 to actually make this happen. So thanks so much. And here we go. Kasesa from Quactus says, thank you for your patience. We are moving into this last round. Sudden victory, sudden death, however you look at it. Quactus versus Singularity in this NS2WC Horizon Bracket semifinal match. The winner of this match will face Mimic in the Horizon Bracket finals later on this week. Cowboy, Iron Fist, Cookie currently, and Sally all moving for a left side crush, and they are meeting Anti. Wow! So many dead skulks.
Yeah, Iron Fist is going to take it to base, but they power built a second IP before they went to Topo. You know, winning the engagement there in Skylights was good, but it's just going to delay them a little bit. Look at the Marines flooding into Nanogrid right now.
Kasesa and Mulk in there. Kasesa taking down Cowboy. Great job against Cookie. Just one more shot against Cookie. He goes down, and Mulk is trying to take Sally down as well. Goes down from the back end by Sally. That's going to leave Nanogrid open. Habib's outside, taking a couple shots, taking Sally down. Currently now working on him. Iron Fist now streaming in from the side and taking Habib's down. Great first engagements on this map. Both teams really want this.
Quactus is even moving down into Overlook to cap it, while Aliens have finally secured Nano with that win on the engagement, capping the res there. They do have Cargo almost built as well.
Kasesa and Mulk currently behind, sneaking. Here's that the power is being put up. We also have 2 Marines there on the left side in Overlook. As they put up the power here in C12, Nosku moving into subsector alone and might cause a little bit of harassment there as Anti is here in West Junction taking down Cookie, and Habib's is now on the top of the stairs shooting these guys down.
A lot of pressure back and forth as we go through here. Looks like Nosku is trying to pop some eggs and just do a little bit of damage to pull the aliens back to the hive, which is successful to them, as the Marines now sit on 5 extractors.
Quactus out of the gate in 2 minutes, as you said, on 5 extractors, 1 as a blueprint and being built. Most of Singularity here in Nanogrid, taking down Kasesa. As they clear the Marines out of there. Nosku coming down on the west side, moving down towards Overlook. He's gonna actually get Cookie off of that. Try to shoot a parasite on him and hide. Great job there by Cookie cleaning that up, opening up that RT. Habib's and Anti moving through C12.
Yeah, so it looks like they're gonna lose C12, they're gonna lose Overlook. 3 skulks here in C12. Molt could take down 1 or 2 of them. They are a little bit hurt at the moment, though. And wow, Habib's actually cleaning up. Not even sure who he cleaned up there. I just kind of missed it.
Habib's cleaning up that skulk in the vents, and Mulk taking down that one as well in C12, leaving that open. They're going to go ahead and rebuild that. Kasesa here in Overlook building that up. Niemi taking down Iron Fist, currently coming from the ceilings, rolling over him as well, and this RT is 90% built, 95% built. Oh, and that is going to go straight to a recycle. Nosku here in East Junction. Down here, we got pressure. Habib's and Mulk moving down into Cargo. We got Sally as the lurk, Cowboy as the lurk as well, taking down Mulk. Nice cleanup there by that double lurk play. Quactus back up to 5. Cowboy and Sally really low. Oh,
wow. I'm a little surprised by that because I thought they had Nosku there, and then the med packs just started flying in, allowing him to support himself to push forward and get them out of the room. Whip being built down a pipeline to help assist in taking down the res as well. Cargo's still up. Even the aliens are sitting on 4 harvesters, though, so I don't think they're in a tough spot yet.
No, not yet. They're doing really well. I mean, we got 7% here in the C12 one. They're trying to bite some res. They are down. They've bitten 3 res towers down from Quactus in 4.5 minutes, so they got to step it up just a little bit. Again, it's pretty optimal to take down 1 res tower per minute in this game that the aliens really will be trying to do. You know, anything kind of less than that isn't really, you know, as optimal as you can be, but you could drop behind pretty quickly if you forget about biting res, which is so important.
Double Marine pressure from Nosku and Habib's making their way down into Cargo. For the RT that's already hurt, that's going to be an easy chip for them before this lurk really comes into the room.
Habib.
Oh, they got to finish it, though.
Oh, 5%. Come on. Just slap it. Slap it. Oh, come on, guys. If you guys don't finish this harvester. Okay, good. Cut it down. Anti and Quactus here in Overlook, putting pressure here, so they're going to lose that Harvester there. It looks like they're going to lose the one in Overlook, which is going to be pretty bad for Singularity. That's going to drop them down to 2 if they lose that. I'm sorry, that one just got built somewhere.
Yeah, one got built down in Pipeline, or is being built down in Pipeline. And, you know, the catch here is that they're slowing down their income for those potential fades to come out. So we're looking at essentially normal res timing right about now.
Nice job with these 2 Marines coming into subsector. They took out 1 spur. The other one is at 10%. Oh, and they just save it. Those are 20 T-res team resources each. Cookie now working on the topographical RT, and Singularity has bit down Quactus to 1. Look at this.
Yeah, this is a really bad spot for Quactus to be in, and they need to get, you know, really good engagements coming up here soon. They've got to take down at least one of those lurks, or at least be able to take down a couple more harvesters, because the fades are going to be coming out very shortly now that they're at 39 P-res, and the aliens are just spreading infestation all over this map, playing aggressively like we saw them the first time around, and they want to win this. It's all about this game.
Quactus and Mulk moving into subsector again, pressuring that spur in the back, and they do end up taking it down, so that's a 40 team resources lost for Singularity at 4 extractors, 1 being built. Quactus back up to 3, and we see a rush in the base!
I like that they took down the phase gate. You know, that's a cost of 15 team res. That means that the one going down at base is going to make them have to build 2, not just the one outside of base to come back. Also using the beacon to force that res use as well. So I like the play.
I like that play. Personally, I think I would have liked to see them. They had 4 aliens in there. I probably would have liked to see them take down that OBS. They probably would have been able to take that down before that came off. There was Marines so far around the map and so out of position that if they didn't get beacon back, and plus that phase gate wasn't connected. So, I mean, I just think that maybe we would have seen something.
They're buying themselves time for more P-res. Now the fades are going to pop out here. You can see that we've got 1 fade coming out in Cookie so far. And, you know, they're securing the map. They've got 6 harvesters online at 8 minutes.
Bulk here in Wide Junction up against all these aliens and stumbling down, getting taken out. We also see in C12 Nosku and Quactus building up the RT. We got Currently and Sally around the corner. Anti is here in the East Junction corridor, taking a couple shots there, getting taken out by Currently.
Pressure on the res nodes at Skylights and Topographical. 2 Marines, Nosku and Quactus, trying to save C12 and route block a little bit here. But the aliens, again, 6 harvesters. The Marines have got to apply more pressure. And here we go. East Junction phase gate going down. Only 4 extractors, though, so if they choose to arc from this location, that could be pretty tough.
And that's going to be really, really expensive. I mean, this phase gate here in East Junction, that gives them really good central control. Back up in the base, though, we see that Cookie and a Skulk has tried to make a little bit of a base harassment push. They get bounced out of there. Oh, and yeah, lurk down. Cowboy looking like he was about to go down there up against Mulk. He's really low, 42%. Mulk fighting for his life here right outside Nanogrid, so they lose a lurk there. There goes the phase gate in the main base, has been put up. That's going to give them a lot of easy pressure here up against Nanogrid. But the rest of the map, I mean, at the end of the day, this is a resource game. Whoever controls the most money most likely is going to control the game.
Cargo Hive has been dropped. You've got P-res at about 55 for 2, 56 for 2 of the aliens, which means we're probably looking at double Onos. And at level 1 armor, level 2 weapons, no shotguns, these Marines need to do something quick because they're going to be in a lot of trouble when those Onos come out.
They're hurting for a lot of res right now, and like you said, with no shotguns, even if they all group together and come down into a hive, with all those skulks, lurk, and fade, they could just get cleaned up pretty easily. Cowboy now trying to save Nano as much as he can. we're seeing here that in control, we got Cowboy taking a couple shots there. Oh! Another lurk down. Quactus systematically taking them out.
Yeah, the lurks going down isn't great, but as you can see, we have both of our Onos players going Onos, and everybody else getting upgrades, and this is going to be a nasty bloodbath here in about a minute.
And yeah, I mean, yeah, did you mention Iron Fist was Onos? Missed that.
I almost think they should really, I mean, obviously the good play, the smart play is take it to the gate, crush the gate, then force it up to the base. But, you know, it's almost at the same time, it's like, why not just go base, you know, and just try to stop them up there and then keep them stuck out of sync. But they have the obs up there as well, so it's going to be a crush gun here, work on their res, and then force the base.
Oh, no. 11
and with Cowboys Gorge supporting
Onos.
that. Second hive being built, 59%. Gonna knock out the res pretty easy. And look at this, it looks like we've got a push down the left side of the map to the aliens' main hive. So it looks to be a base trade again.
Oh, phase gate and overlook.
Overlook. Res enough to drop another chair if they wanted to.
But the two, there we go. Here it is with Cowboy as a Gorge with Drifter support. And there's the beacon.
Again, no shotgun.
Yeah, no shotguns.
And I think they're
going to stay in.
This is why this all matters the way it does. Is that if they had the shotguns, I think you'd see a lot more health go off those Onos faster. But, you know, in that engagement, yes, they're going to have to pull out a little bit and get healed. But look at how many people they were able to kill before having to retreat.
And they're still in there. All of the Marines are dead right now. And I believe, yep, we already lost one Quactus member. They are down to 5. I think this is GG. There's another one. Yep. And wow, Singularity does it. I don't see a GG
not even
yet.
a GG, they're just quitting. Huh.
So we have to wait until this is kind of called at this point. I mean, until there's a GG and a Singularity wins on the screen, this is still a live game.
Almost got to be a little bit careful there.
And there's the official GG from Kasesa. Good game, well played. Both teams well played. Quactus getting caught there by Singularity in this last round, and they move ahead to the Horizon Bracket Finals. Singularity will face Mimic, and I believe we're going to try to get that scheduled for next weekend.
And what exciting matchup that will be. Singularity and Mimic, two North American clans going at it. And who says North Americans dying?
Exactly. Two teams there in NA going for it. This is going to be a great matchup, so make sure you guys stick around for that. 1,200 of you in here after the front page dropped. So I appreciate everyone staying in here and watching that last match. That was a lot of fun. Whew! What a matchup between those two teams. Such evenly matched teams. Quactus obviously falling a little bit there at the end against Singularities. You know, they took out those two lurks, but again, those two fades and two Onai, especially 11 minutes into the game when you were already hurting for res and you really didn't have much after that. It's tough.
Well played by both teams, and thank you so much to Red Dog for having me here today. I'm so excited to be able to have casted these matches with you, and I look forward to seeing what happens next for the finals in the Horizon bracket.
Definitely. All right, guys. So we are going to be doing a raffle cast. What is going to happen now is the stream is going to come down. It's on a 3-minute delay. It's going to come down and go right back up for you. And anyone here is going to be ready to go in and play Red Dog's Rafflecast and win some free Steam games. So make sure you stick around for that. Wasabi, thanks so much for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me, Red Dog. It's always a pleasure.
Definitely. All right, guys. Well, stay tuned. Give it 20 seconds to pop back up. I'll see you in just a bit. Bye-bye.